And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Good. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Sunday evening. It sounds like Satriani, doesn't it? I love Satriani. Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, man, those guys can they could take care of business. And, of course, the late and great Eddie Van Halen. Can't forget him. Anyways, guys, welcome. Appreciate you guys showing up tonight. The day before Veterans Day. Again, to all the veterans out there, I appreciate your guys' service. From one vet to another, happy Veterans Day, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But yeah, hey, man, since I've been talking about it so much, I might as well make a show dedicated to it, right? About Juan Soto, or about wanting the Giants, I should say, to get Juan Soto. Make it so! Juan Soto. Why not, man? Gosh, dang it. Why not? I know you guys, look, I'm going to take some liberty here. I don't think you guys are against having a player such as Juan Soto, but I'm guessing you guys probably don't think that the Giants can get it done. I can understand it. I get it. Totally get it, guys. But we could talk about that. Hey, I'm willing to hear what you guys have to say. I see some comments already there. Bub's talking about getting Jordan. I don't know. You think you could get Jordan? Maybe. Exhibit A ownership. Yes, PMG. Absolutely. I get it. I 100% get it. Absolutely. Robert Glenn will be back with us tomorrow. He is still in Mexico, Robert, but he'll be back with us. Don't fear. Glenn will be here. No doubt about it. I think, well, I don't know if he'll be on the show tomorrow, but I think he's supposed to come back from Mexico tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I maintain my stance, says Dilly. Sell the team. Oh, man, dude. Man, you ain't messing around. You're like, just sell the team. I get what you're saying, though. Dilly, I can understand. With all the news coming out, with Andrew Baggerly's article, I get it. I can understand it. But until moves are starting to be made, we really don't know, right? We really don't know. What's up, Morkatna? Good to see you. I see all you guys out there. Robert, I've seen you before. Thank you, PMG. Rox, Gilbert is out there. Carter, what's up, Carter? William is out there. Daniel, always coming in saying, yo, senior. Out there. Bub Rab, Hiroku, Val Ramos, and Greg, he was in here earlier before the show even started saying, Soto ain't coming to San Francisco. What's up, Dreg? How's it going, man? How's it going? And of course, I put that little movie together today. Hey, I'm doing my part. No one. What is up, Mike? No one could ever say that Giant Sports Talk Live, specifically me, Eric, not doing my part in trying to make the San Francisco Giants better. Right? You get Juan Soto, the San Francisco Giants will be better. Is it going to where you want to be with it? What's up, Instant? Is it going to be where you want it to be, in 2025? Probably not. Is it going to probably be where you want it to be in 2026? Probably not. 2027 now. Now maybe we're talking. You never know, man. But as I put in that movie, Juan Soto, and I talked about this yesterday, he could be your cornerstone, your foundational piece that the San Francisco Giants need. They need. I will say, do I even dare say desperately need? I don't know, Drag. I mean, that report came out, I don't know. What's up, Robert? He goes, realistically, how long do you think it would be before the Giants are serious contenders in the NL West with teams like the Dodgers, Padres, and D-backs? Robert, that's the exact point that I'm talking about here. If the Giants want to start competing, that's pretty pathetic. Start competing with the likes of the Diamondbacks and the Padres and the Dodgers. I mean, they're going to have to do something. If you're going to stay in the status quo, well, first and foremost, right? It's going to be a couple of things, right? Either they go big, which I don't know whether or not they will. They blow it up, or they stay mid. And I don't think staying mid is where is where the Giants want to be. Not at all, right? I mean, come on, that's what we've been doing. That's the reason why you fired Farhan, is because he was mid for too long, right? That probably amongst other things, probably, that we just don't maybe not know about or do know about. Who knows? But come on, man. I 100% agree. Robert, I use this analogy. It's like the Giants are looking up and they see three teams. That's just in the NL West, Robert. We're not even talking about the teams such as the Mets and the Phillies and the Brewers, the Cubs, the Reds. Who else am I missing out there for the National League? I mean, goodness gracious, man. The Giants have to do something. And again, it's not like the San Francisco Giants are just they're not small market, right? They're big, or they're large market. And what I mean by large market, it's even more than just about the money. Large market in the sense that, look, this is a successful franchise. There's a lot of history of winning with the San Francisco Giants. Did you see the old video of Soto saying he will shuffle Ohtani's? No shit. I did not see that. Oh. I did not see that. Senior says three years. Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. You sign Juan Soto? Yes. Yes. I would agree. If you could get Juan Soto, I think you could do it in the third year. I truly believe that. 100%. Come on, man. Let's go. Could you imagine that? Ramos, Soto, and Eldridge, your 3 through 5, or even just in your top 4, wherever you want to put them, because I know a lot of teams are putting their best hitter in the number 2 spot. Could you imagine that, though, guys? Come on. Senior, you brought that up last night. Imagine that. Even you could throw Jung-Hoo Lee in there, too. You got Jung-Hoo Lee, Ramos, Soto, Eldridge. What's up, LD? Come on, man. Why not? Why not? I'd say they should go for it. There's Greg. What's up, Greg? Hey, man, how was your trip? I hope you had a good time up in Sonora, man. Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound great, guys? Come on, man. It sounds great. There's nothing wrong at all. There is nothing wrong at all in wanting that and rooting for it, right? Knowing there could be disappointment, right? There could be. Look, as San Francisco Giants fans, we understand the disappointment of not landing that big fish. We get it. Everybody understands that who's a San Francisco Giants fan. But there's got to be a time, right? There's got to be a time. Oh, you're still up there. Big Tree, dude. I used to love going up there. Beautiful area. Make sure you take that long walk around the Grove. It's awesome, Greg. If you haven't been up there before, take that long walk around the Grove. It's absolutely awesome. And there's also a nice hike that takes you up there to the river. But guys, come on, man. Come on. Damn, man. There's got to be a time where the Giants get it done. And maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the time. Maybe we don't know. Again, I can't speak for ownership. I can't speak for the organization. But maybe they decide, you know what? Hey, you know what? Let's do it. What the hell? We're making money. They're making money. Look, and again, I'll tell you this. Yes, you're going to lose draft picks. But you're talking about Juan freaking Soto, man. I'm not talking about losing draft picks over, a mid player. No offense to mid players. But goodness gracious, man. Oh, LD, you live up there? Hey, where do you live over there? You live in that area, Sonora? Alive Insurance, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. Giants equal cheap. Maybe. You may be right. Look, I could be totally off on this. But come on, man. Does it make sense? Alive, were you here yesterday? Did you watch the show yesterday? Again, I might play that clip a little bit later. Of all people, Alive Insurance, I don't know if you were here. What's up, Alex? What is up, man? How's it going? Oh, he's throwing out some. Is that I believe that's Italian, right? If I'm not mistaken, Alex, I think that is Italian. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you here. But again, Alive, of all people, what's up, Jesus? Of all people, AJ Przinsky. AJ Przinsky. Listen to this, Alive Insurance. The guy that every San Francisco Giants fan seems to hate, right? With understandable. He comes out and says, no, the Giants need to spend. You got to go get your star, your superstar, Juan Soto. 100%. Eric on that show on Fair Territory also said, why would you give, I love this analogy, why would you give Posey the key to the Lambo and tell him only to drive 25 miles an hour? Doesn't make sense, right? A lot of teams have shed payroll, I'm guessing, and have become competitive. Yeah, absolutely, Jesus. Look, there's other teams that are going to be out there spending. So why shouldn't the Giants, right? Jesus? That if there's one thing the Giants have, they got money. Come on, let's not beat around the bush here. Okay. Are they very close to the CBT? Absolutely. They are. I get it. But you could kind of blame. Who can you blame for that? Come on. Who can you blame for that? We need to get Snell, bottom line. One Blake Snell is not going to do it, though. I get it. No qualifying offer. Got it. But you need more than that. You need to score runs. Look, you had Snell at the end of the last season. Did it do much for you? Did it do much for the San Francisco Giants? The Giants got to improve their lineup. If you want to go get Snell and go get freaking Soto, I'm not opposed to it. They need a shortstop. They do. And you know what? They're going to get a shortstop. They're going to get a shortstop in Ha-Seong Kim. It's coming, guys. Look, guys, I've told you about this last night. Ha-Seong Kim is going to be a San Francisco Giant. He wants to be a Giant, right? He wants to play for Bob Melvin, and he wants to play with his buddy, Jung-Hoo Lee. Giants need a shortstop. It kind of makes sense. Look, is his back going to be what we want it to be? No. Is his defense going to be good? Yes. It's going to happen. But that's okay. But Ha-Seong Kim shouldn't prevent you from going out there and making your team even that much better. Other teams are doing it, man. So why not? Come on, man. Again, San Francisco Giants, guys. Remember, the likes of Willie Mays, Willie McCovey. You want to go back even further. Mel Ott, Christy Mathewson, the great John McGraw, Barry Bonds, Will Clark, Matt Williams, Pablo Sandoval, Buster Posey. I mean, come on. The list goes on and on. This is the San Francisco Giants, guys. Let's talk about getting a damn superstar. Kim, Snell, and Goldie. If that happens, I will literally vomit in my mouth. I will vomit. Right here, if that news broke right now, Greg, I would literally have to vomit in my mouth and have to leave the show. You think the Giants are going to trade Robbie Ray? The Giants need us. They can't, though. They need pitching, man. They can't afford to trade Robbie Ray. Now, they may trade Robbie Ray at the trade deadline, but to start the season, come on. They need him. They need a starting rotation, man. And if you get rid of Ray, I mean, are you going to make it all young guys? I mean, come on. You can't. You can't make it all young guys. You just can't. Absolutely, you can't. Ray and his shitty 2 feet. Yeah, I know, man. I get it now. Look, this year he might be better. Let's kind of, we'll temper the expectations, but he should be better than he was last year. No Flaherty. No Flaherty, please. Don't need him. That's not what the Giants need. Giants could trade Harrison. Correct, Krishna. I would say yes. Harrison is probably a guy that's probably will give you the most back because a lot of people are high on him. Yes, you can ask Melvin. Fair enough. I just don't think you do it in the start of the season, man. Again, if the Giants are sucking it up at the trade deadline, yeah, then you could trade them. But right now, man, the Giants need starting pitching, man. Yeah, I know Harrison's a homegrown kid. I get it. I understand. I don't know, man. You gotta have to weigh. You're gonna have to weigh, man. I don't think Harrison is untouchable. The guys I think are untouchable right now is definitely Eldridge. I think people are a lot higher on Whisenhunt, aren't they? Are people higher on Whisenhunt than Flattery or Harrison? I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. But when we're talking about free agents, guys, there should be absolutely no reason why the Giants are not in the mix in getting Juan Soto, guys. What's up, Ibrahim? Curious to see what the offers that leak out after the Mets and Yankees meeting. That'll tell us a lot. Apparently, they're meeting with them soon. Yeah, supposedly this coming week, Ibrahim. I think the Mets are supposed to meet this week. I don't know about the Yankees, but I know that there's a meeting that is supposed to be occurring. I've heard the Washington Nationals have checked in on Juan Soto. I'm going to tell you something, guys. Hold on. Let's think about this for a second. As I take a drink. Let's think about this for a second. We've heard two teams that are surprising to me. We heard the Tampa Bay Rays, and we've heard that the Washington Nationals have checked in on Juan Soto. So what does this tell you, guys? Let's think about this. If the Rays and the Nationals are checking in on Juan Soto, what does that tell you about the market for Juan Soto? I think there might be something here, guys. I think there might be something here. Let's see if anyone can kind of smell what I'm stepping in. Show me the money. Okay. Now, okay, PMG. Now you're kind of close. Are the Rays and the Nationals large market? Are they large market teams? I got a feeling. I don't think Soto is going to be as expensive as everyone is saying there. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because if the news is out there, it's going to start at 600. But are you serious that the Tampa Bay Rays are going to be in on 600 million? Thank you. Exactly, Alive. That's where I'm going. If the Rays and the Nationals are talking about having conversations with Juan Soto, I don't think Juan Soto's market is where everyone thinks it is. Everyone's talking, as I said, as the floor of being 600,000 or 600 million. I'm sorry. 700 million. I've even seen people talk about 800 million. Look, guys, I don't think it's where we think it is. That's what I'm thinking. Otherwise, why in the hell would they be talking about it? Yes, Soto did turn down 400 million already. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, it could be right around 600. It could be right around there, maybe a little bit less. Senior says 10 years, 500. That might get it done. You never know, man. You never know. Yes, Hiroku. More than Judge, less than Ohtani. That was my thinking. But I was thinking, hey, you want to sweeten the deal? You want to guarantee getting Juan Soto? If you gave him 14 years at $670 million, I guarantee you that they will sign. LD, you're very close to where I'm at. 14 years, 640. The reason why I go 14 years, 670 is you get the biggest or one of the biggest contracts right below Ohtani, but you have the highest AAV. Scott Boras loves the AAV. And if the Giants are willing to commit 14 years at 670, you could do that. You could even say, does 13 years, what? 630? Something around there? Does that get it done? Eddie says, I'll pay Soto at most 500 million. Give him, there you go. Fair enough, man. Give him whatever the hell you want, man. But I think, again, guys, let me reiterate what I was talking about. I talked about this yesterday. And that's why I did a dedicated show just for this, because I've been talking about it damn near every show that I've had for the last, 2 weeks? The guy is a foundational piece. He may want 700, but I don't know if it gets it. I don't think it gets there, man. William, I don't think so, but who knows? He is a foundational piece, and I will say this over and over. Keep it moving. My God, no one of relevance. It's tough, man. Sorry to hear that. Keep it moving. All I'm saying is they got to try. But here I go. He is your foundational piece. You get Juan Soto. Again, I'm going to say this again. You don't get Juan Soto for 2025 or 2026. He is meant for 2027 and beyond. You got your guy. That again, he's your foundational, he's your cornerstone. That's who you're going to build around. That's what the Giants need. And he will do that for at least 10 years if you sign him this year. At least, right? At least 10 years. Maybe a little bit longer. Who knows? Maybe a couple of years shorter. But you're going to have a lot of years of success with Juan Soto in the middle of your lineup. Yes, the Giants need a great hitter. Greg, as far as speed, the Giants aren't a speed team, so I don't care about that. It's not about the speed. And the defense, whatever. Then he's eventually going to transition to be a DH. So who cares? Right? Who cares? I honestly, look, we're talking about, you want to see God. You're making me freaking, I think I'm about to have an epileptic fit. Let's look at this, guys. Dear God. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this, guys. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Yeah, his running kind of sucks. Come on. That's a lot of red. That is a lot of red. That is a lot of greatness. There is a lot of greatness in Juan Soto, guys. Come on. Let's go. How can you sit there and look at this? Again, this is just this year. That was 2018. I don't want to do that. There's 2019. There's 2020. Short year. 2021. 2022. 2023. 2024. Come on, man. You got to do this, man. This is why there's a lot of teams that want the services of Juan Soto. But you know what? You're just going to have to pay the money. You're going to have to pay the money. This is what it's all about. Juan Soto wants to be paid. And if he walks a lot, so be it. But guess what? You're going to have Bryce Eldridge that's going to be in the middle of that lineup. You got Elliot Ramos, who's an all-star. That also can do some damage, right? You still got Matt Chapman, who can do some damage at times. Look, and let's not forget, guys, it's not about this year, because you could get other guys in the years ahead. Please, all I'm asking you guys, don't think in the near term. Don't think in the near term. I'm just talk about 3 years out. 3 years out. And yes, Dreg, this is all mute if the Giants are cutting payroll. Absolutely. Yes, correct. Max Fried. I've talked about maybe getting Max Fried. He gets hurt a lot. But the problem is, Alejandro, he has a qualifying offer. And you lose 2 draft picks. You got to remember this, guys. A lot of the guys that you would like to get on the San Francisco Giants have a qualifying offer attached to them. Senior. What are you trying to say? B-Rob, what is up, man? What's up, B-Rob? I haven't seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the fraternity that we call Giant Sports Talk Live. Yeah, Alejandro, it sucks, man. There's a lot of players out there. I can bring up the article a little bit later. Andrew Baggerly talked about it. The 13 players have qualifying offers attached to them, which means if the Giants sign one of those guys because they were a payor in the CBT last year, their penalty, you lose 2 draft picks every time you sign one. B-Rob says there has been no mention of the greatest hitter in baseball history, Barry Bonds. Why are the Giants not utilizing Bonds to sway these free agents? You know, B-Rob, that's a great point. That's an absolute great point. He should be at the forefront of recruiting people, right? He should be. Now, are they doing that? I can't answer that question. I can't. And Eddie, draft picks are mostly a bust. But again, the problem is, Eddie, Buster Posey wants to build it through. He wants to build it through the farm. Ooh, here we go. I have a question. How do you think Soto measures up to Bonds in terms of power? Yeah, come on. Barry Bonds is on a totally different level. But Soto is, I mean, look at that baseball savant. The guy has the power. But the difference is, Soto doesn't always swing for the fences. He'll just try to make count. He'll go the other way. If you noticed in that movie as a matter of fact, I'll play that movie here shortly again. He likes to take the ball the other way. Some of those home runs were opposite field. The last home run in that movie was in Oracle Park. And guess what? He went to left center with that home run. And it went pretty far up in the bleachers. But this is not about comparing Bonds and Soto. Soto is awesome. No, I know Yankee Stadium is in Oracle Park. Jesus, did you see what Juan Soto did in Oracle Park? Did you see him literally take the soul out of Camilo Doval, throw it on the ground, stomp on it, do the Soto shuffle, and then proceeded back to the dugout? Look, Juan Soto could hit in Oracle Park. I don't honestly, I don't know anything about him or can. Is he being posted this year? Or has he been posted? Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler does not have a qualifying offer, so he could be a guy you could get. Teoscar Hernandez has a qualifying offer, Alejandro, unfortunately. Again, going to cost you 2 draft picks. Oh, I forgot to mention that. $1 million from the international pool. You could get Snell. Fried is going to cost you 2 draft picks and $1 million in the international pool. Look, if they could get Snell, that's fine. That's great. Won't cost you. It won't cost you a draft pick. Snell, Fried, Kim. Yeah, maybe. Ryan Walker, Walker Buehler. Hey, how about that? There you go. Come on, man. I mean, look, again, there I have the baseball savant from last year. Again, this is why people want to go after Juan Soto, man. The guy can hit, right? Come on. It's not exactly freaking rocket science. Come on, man. Jeez. But we got to do it, man. We got to. I think Walker is a horrible name for a pitcher. Homer, too. Inflation is insane. Yeah, just a little bit. Are you not stoked to get Goldie, Kim, and Snell? No. No. I mean, no. What does that do? How many more wins did the Giants get? I mean, is that really building for the future? Whatever. I don't know. Alex, our resident Dodger fan, reports that the Dodgers are negotiating with Buehler, not with Flaherty. Interesting. So Flaherty was maybe just a trade line acquisition just to get him through the postseason and then say, thank you for your services, but we're going to move on. Maybe. Re-signed Snell and signed Kim, and they've addressed their need for 2025. Woo, okay. Okay. So what does that do for you in the future? Okay. You want to do short term? What does that do for you in 2025? What's that do for you in 2026 or even 2027? Flaherty was a rental. There you go. Is that a guy that the Giants should sign? Would you guys be happy in signing Jack Flaherty? Giants fans. Kim, Goldie, and Snell is the bar. Ooh. And that's a great question, Tom. I don't know. What does building for the future look like if you can't sign Soto? Well, I guess all you're pushing in the chips with Bryce Eldridge, right? That's a lot of pressure to put on that kid. Can he handle it? Maybe. But that, again, you're putting a lot of pressure on a 20-year-old. Granted, when he's 23, all you could do is you just better hope that he can perform. That's all you. Yeah. Burns has a qualifying offer. Yeah, and I think Burns would be worth losing 2 draft picks. Correct, Dreg. We talked about that yesterday. I think that's where Hicks will succeed. 100%. Hicks will succeed in the bullpen. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. See what we got here on Twitter. Nothing. Signed players that hate the Dodgers even have interviews of how they feel about the Dodgers. Hicks wants to start. Doesn't matter. I don't care what Hicks wants. This is a new regime now. I would think Posey would look. that was a word that Farhan gave Hicks, right, when he signed him. Well, he got Posey now. Posey may determine that, you know what, you're not a starter. You're going to be in the bullpen. We don't know. We'll find out. Roki Sasaki should be on the top of 3 free agents to get on. Oh my gosh. We talked about Roki Sasaki yesterday, guys. Roki Sasaki would be awesome. But again, that's going to be 100% up to him on where he wants to go. Again, he's falling under the international pool. He's not going to get the big bucks for another 6 years with whatever team he decides to go with. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And whoever gets him, man, they're getting a damn good pitcher. They're getting a damn good pitcher. Oh, one Profar. Rizzo. He's just, I mean, this is what is this? See, do you see what I'm talking about, guys? Do you see what I'm talking about? As San Francisco Giants fans, is that what we're talking about? We're talking about Goldschmidt and Rizzo. I understand they're just stopgaps for Eldridge, but damn, man. Haven't we been doing that enough? Shouldn't there be a change? You guys talk to me. Talk to me. We do this on a Carlos Santana. Don't even get me started on Carlos. If they sign Carlos Santana, yeah, I get you, man. I hear what you're saying about that. Just seems, I don't know. Would Wade be cheaper? At that point, is Wade cheaper? Because if you're not going to compete in 2025, what's the point of going after a Rizzo or a Goldschmidt? You might as well just stick with Wade. Right? Doesn't that make sense? If that's what's gonna help you win in 2025, I'd rather stick with Wade, and then hopefully Eldridge is good to go all season next year. Because we're just the way it's looking is Eldridge will probably start his major league career in 2026, maybe 2025. There's a possibility. Eugenio, what's up? Yes, how about that? I do, Eugenio. Myself and Glenn. I am the co-host, and he is the other co-host. Glenn is in Mexico. But yes, this is where I am now. Giants Sports Talk Live. Good to see you, Eugenio. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it, man. I want Willie Castro. Is he a free agent, or is this someone you got to trade for? Honestly, let me look. Because I haven't heard his name. You must have to trade for him, all right? Let's take a look. So he's a super utility guy. Seems like a typical Giant to me. Just say it seems like a typical Giant to me. Granted, you can't have boppers all throughout the lineup, and that's not what I'm advocating for. But it seems like the Giants have a lot of that type of player. Here, I'll bring up. You guys want to take a look at his stats? I got him right here. Here we go. Batted 247, had a 331 on base. So he's got an eye. He'll take a walk. OPS plus, just above average. 31 doubles. I like the doubles. Doubles is nice. I think that's what gives him his decent OPS. The home runs, yeah, I mean, whatever. You want to see some power. That's not so bad. How many RBIs? 60 RBIs. That's not so bad. Damn, he might be almost leading the damn team with the Giants with that. I don't know. I guess you would have to trade for him, right? Hold on. What does it say? Where's he at in his contract? Does it even say? Hold on. I know where to look for that. Twins. Willie Castro. Oh, he's in arbitration. So he's okay. This is his last year of arbitration. He's going to be a free agent in 26. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it would have to be a trade. Probably wouldn't cost that much, right? Maybe. I don't know. What would it take to get a Willie Castro? Is that something you guys would like? Arias, Castro, and Kim. Who's going to lock down the middle of your lineup? Who's going to be your 3, 4, and 5 hitter, Greg? Posey said Marco Luciano, a 23-year-old is going to DH. Bad mistake. Outfield. I know that they're trying to move him to the outfield, but we don't know what that means. Would you trade Luciano, Jesus? Would you trade Luciano to get a better player? Would he be on the chopping, or not the chopping block, but the trade block, so to speak? You wouldn't trade him. Why would you want to hold on to Luciano? I don't like Wisely, trade Wisely, and Keaton win. You would not. Okay. Who's a better outfielder right now? Hitting, what did he do last year? Jesus. Granted, organization might have screwed him up a little bit. But what kind of hitting has he been doing? He hasn't hit. Sure. When he was up for the Giants for a week, he hit. When he was up for the Giants for a week, he hit. But other than that, you want to look at his minor league stats, because that's all you really can go on. It's not exactly overwhelming. Maybe you use Luciano as a trade piece. He will be hitting. You don't know. You don't know, Jesus. He hasn't shown it yet. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Would you trade a Luciano for a good MLB player? Alejandro, what are the Giants' top 3 needs for the next seasons, considering this year's performance? They need to get a guy. How about a professional hitter? Somebody who could hit in the clutch, knock in some damn RBIs. How about that? How about a guy that actually hits above? How about a hitter that hits above 260? Right? How about that? Hey, Jesus, man, you're also the one that says Farhan is going to stick around. Come on, Jesus. Just saying. We don't know. He could hit. You could be right. I could be wrong. There you go. Gonzo. I would trade Luciano. Look, guys, don't get so attached to prospects if you could get a good MLB player, man. What works better? A proven talent? A proven talent or a shot in the dark? PMG. I know, right? I know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Luciano doesn't have value. Maybe another team sees something in him. I don't know. Look, Luciano would have to be part of a package. He's not. Look, Luciano is not going to be he's not going to be the centerpiece. He's going to be part of a package. They aren't going to spend money. Be realistic. We don't know. Yes, Jesus, the article came out. I get it. I'm just as pissed off about the spending of money as anybody else. But come on, we don't know. We don't, until the Giants start making moves, we just do not know what direction the San Francisco Giants are going to take. We don't. And until moves start happening, we're not going to know. Now, again, guys, I'm going to tell you this. I'm forewarning you. Listen to me, guys. I said this yesterday. When the Giants announced that they are signing Ha-Sung Kim, do not panic. Don't panic. Right on. There you go. Hell of this, hell of that. Thanks for supporting Greg over there on Skaters on Baseball. Great channel, man. Those guys are awesome. Greg and Christian, fantastic. Awesome. Thanks for supporting them. Hell of this, hell of that. Right on, man. You'll like it. But again, don't panic if they sign Ha-Sung Kim. Hey, Yankee King. What's up, man? Y'all ain't getting Juan Soto. Hey, man, I'm doing my part as a Giants fan. Just like you're doing your part as a Yankee fan, you want Juan Soto. Got it. I understand it, man. I 100% get it. But as a Giants fan, I want Juan Soto. Just like any other fan, a fan of the Padres would probably want Juan Soto. A fan of the Dodgers would want Juan Soto. I've read everything, and I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Jesus. Yankees ain't keeping Soto either, says Oroku. That's possible. Hey, you know what? You never know. I know Yankees are looking at Christian Walker. Yankees are also, I think, looking at Alonso. Hey, here we go. What do we got here? The Yankees will let you little kids play around the Dodgers, Giants, Blue Jays fans, but we know the inevitable. Soto is guaranteed to be a Yankee. Well, then why does he spend his time over here on the West Coast, Yankee King? Answer me that question. Why does Juan Soto, why is he hanging out in California rather than hanging out in the great state of New York? Just asking the question. Because everybody's flying out west to meet with Juan Soto. Just saying. Yeah, absolutely. It's warmer. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. Boris's company's in California. But look, Soto doesn't have to stay here, right? He could go wherever he wants. Hey, I thought he wanted to stay on the East Coast because it's quicker to fly to the Dominican Republic. But I get it. He's taking care of business. He's taking care of business. I get it. I understand. Oh. Eric, I would trade Eldridge for Matt Olson. Let Melvin get his guys. Chappie, Kim, and Olson. Who says no to trading Eldridge for Matt Olson? I think there might be a few people, but that's interesting. Hell of this, hell of that. I like at least what you're thinking there. I like what you're thinking. But does that get you what you want? Grand Admiral, everyone, no. I like the thinking cap, though. I like it. Soto, New York equals Mets. Braves will say no. Oh, yeah, maybe. The Giants are evaluating the farm system and make a policy. Yeah, absolutely. Jesus, yes, I would agree with that. I would not be surprised. There's going to be a trade or two, maybe, right? But what is that going to involve? That's going to be a little bit different. Man, again, guys, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Look, the closer we get to the winter meetings, the more action we're going to start seeing. It's going to be something. Look at that Yankee King, man. He doesn't like us. He doesn't like the Giants. Giants will be signing 2 top of the class international free agents. They will have a high pick in the next draft. That's 3 top 100s coming into the system. People will credit Posey. But the only thing, Gilbert, I get what you're saying, but that's Farhan. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the only thing I have to say about the international. And yes, the Giants should be tapping that international talent. Absolutely, 100%. But we ain't going to know what the hell they're doing for another 5 or 6 years. You're recruiting them when they're like 16, 17 years old. So it's tough. Yes, they may show signs of something special. I get it. But it doesn't always mean it's going to work out. That's all I'm saying. And look, it's a cheap way. Look, there's higher upside. There's not much cost, right? You're not spending a lot, and the upside is through the roof. Look at Yankee King. Got me going all over the place. He thinks the Yankees are going to get Roki, Sasaki, and Juan Soto. Demon D, what's up, man? Nobody wants to play with the Giants. At the end of the day, Megatron Soto will be a Yankee for life. Oh, man. Demon D, another Yankee fan. Sasaki to the Cubs is my guess. Eric, why wouldn't the Giants go after the Soto? I think they should. That's what I'm saying. Mike. Yes, the Yankees. The Giants should go after Juan Soto. Come on, man. Doing my part. I'm doing my part. As a San Francisco Giants fan, I am doing my part. Yankees fans, go do your movies, man. Go do your part. As a Yankee fan, go put out a movie and try to get your guy Juan Soto. Every fan of every club should go out there if they have the ability to do so. Go out there, try to get your man. Come on. Oh, Juan Soto was in the Giants. You didn't see it at the end? You didn't see it at the end there, Alex? Come on, man. As fans of your respected ball club, go out there, man. Come on, man. Exactly, Heckmo. Yes, teams can officially start signing players. They started last week. But, of course, look, soon as the timeline is ready to start signing, they never sign. It's always a long, drawn-out process. Look, that's the thing that I hate about baseball. Look, if this was the NFL, the NBA, guys would have signed literally as the clock ticked to the time where you could start signing players. They're already signing. With baseball, you got to wait freaking 2 or 3 months. It's the only thing I hate about this I hate it, man, because it prolongs the stress. Don't need more stress, man. Oh, Johnny Owen coming in strong. Yankees need to learn fundamentals, base running, and situational hitting. Learn how to catch a fly ball. Here we go. How to cover first base. Here it comes, man. Hey, it's fair game, man, right? It's fair game. It's not hate field. You're just spitting out facts. That's fine. That's what you do as fans. You got to spit out the facts. Ibrahim, I normally hate tweaking baseball. I wish they had a finite signing period so we could get a flurry of moves like other sports. Lets you pivot and set your roster easier. Exactly, Ibrahim. That's a great point. It is. It can be difficult for clubs, right? Let's use the Giants as an example. Giants need to get better in a few positions, right? But if you got a guy like out there that's Juan Soto, he's going to take a big chunk of your payroll space. So if you think you're in, you don't want to go sign other people because then it prevents you from getting Soto, who may be interested. I mean, it gets a little bit weird. Yes, the big chips have to fall, but Alex, would you say that Soto is a little bit different for the simple fact that he's just going to get a mega contract? Is he really setting a market per se for the rest of the field for 2025? He's a little bit of an aberration, kind of similar to Ohtani last year. I guess he kind of is, right? Because there's really no one else. Who else is he setting the market for as far as position players? Is he really setting a market for Adames? Alonso? I don't know. I might be up. But yes, that's the normal, Alex, is the big guys always have to sign first because it sets the market and it falls from there. Slater to the Yankees, says Hiroku. Oh, let's not talk about the top of that fifth. Because I was a Yankees fan. He kind of is. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Fair enough. It just seemed, that's what I was thinking too, Robert. Soto is an outlier. Look, I understand Soto sets the market, but Soto is so far. Look from where Soto is compared to who's the next best player below Soto. Is it Adames or is it Alonso? As far as position players. Who's next on the list for the Giants besides Soto? I don't know, man. Honestly, there may be a trade because all the other good quote unquote position players have qualifying offers. And who is worth losing 2 draft picks over and $1 million of international pool? You see that? That's the thing. Peter, I know who Dilly is. So would you say Alonso is right below Soto? Okay. So you would say that in order, let's stratify them. You got Soto, Alonso, and then I'm guessing Adames is third. Is that how you would stratify them? Trade for Joey Bart. Boris is setting a market and using teams to drive up the market. You're right, Jesus. I tell you what, man. I was talking about this yesterday, and Cryptic Trader, I don't know if he's out there. He made a great point as well, because this is what I said. And then he added on to it. Do you think the Giants is working with Scott Boras, basically saying, hey, we want Soto, but we don't want this shit to be leaked. We don't want it to be leaked. KC Chiefs, what is up? Let's go, Yankees. Overrated San Francisco chokes. Okay. Okay, Chiefs. But hey, welcome. Appreciate you. You're contributing to the chat. Thanks for subscribing. Much appreciated. But anyways, Do you think the Giants are working with Scott Boras in preventing themselves getting caught up in the craziness of Juan Soto? Initially, I was like, you know what? I don't think Scott Boras does that, right? Because Scott Boras wants to use teams. He wants to use teams for leverage to drive up the price. But maybe, and this is where Cryptic Trader made a great point. Maybe the Giants, because of the deal that they gave Matt Chapman. Look, let's talk about the Matt Chapman extension. Would have Matt Chapman gotten the deal he got with the Giants anywhere else in the major leagues? Would he have gotten a 6-year deal at $151 million? Talking about Matt Chapman. Would he have gotten that deal? Or do you think the Giants overpaid for him? Again, Matt Chapman. Val Ramos says, hell no. No other team would have given him 6 years, $151 million. That's very few teams. I agree, Robert. 100% agree. Yes. I don't think Matt Chapman gets that deal. I do not think Matt Chapman gets that deal anywhere else in the major leagues. I do not think he gets that 6 years, $151 million with a no trade clause, by the way, guys, a no trade clause. He gets that deal nowhere else but San Francisco. Now, maybe the caveat is to this, and this is again where Cryptic was talking about. Maybe the Giants talked to Boras and said, hey, we did you a favor. We gave your guy Matt Chapman a deal that no one else would have given him. So one of two things. Either the Giants get the last bid. Maybe the agreement is the Giants get the last bid on Juan Soto if they can either match or exceed it. They get that last bid. Maybe that's part of it. Or maybe it's we're in on Juan Soto, but we don't want to be anywhere in the news of meeting with him because we've been burnt before. We don't want that bad press against. We don't want that bad press again. They don't want to deal with it. Yes, Kim is a Boras client. Yes, Heroku. Right? I mean, so maybe again, it's a little bit of cloak and dagger stuff. Don't know if that could be part of the deal or not. But hey, Boras, we did you a favor. Now you could do us a favor when we're talking about Juan Soto. Ibrahim breaks up a great point. Says, if Posey and Chapman really discuss spending money and commitment to winning, they had to have mentioned Soto's upcoming free agent with how they share an agent. Yes, I know. Yeah. Eric is a D-shot. Just between me and you, man. Just between me and you. Anyways, perfect point, Ibrahim. And I know what you're referring to. Bob Nightingale had an article that came out right after Posey, I think it was when Posey got hired as the Pobo, came out and reported that during the negotiations with extending Chapman, that they supposedly Posey and Chapman had a conversation saying that there's a commitment to winning and they're going to spend money. Again, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. And here's another thing. I mean, in Baggerty's article, Posey never said, again, he says we don't discuss payroll questions, whatever. Charles Johnson, he came out. He didn't say that they're reducing, but he didn't say they're also increasing. They just said they want to put the best players on the field, right? Something to that effect. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, but yeah, I get he wants to be, no, Chapman, I get it. I'm not saying that Chapman's a bad player, Mike. What I'm saying is he would have never gotten that deal anywhere else but San Francisco. basically San Francisco were bidding against themselves. And there has to be a reason behind it, Mike, right? Why would you spend that much money? If no one else, Aaron Rodgers is overrated. What's up, dude? Listen to this, Mike. No other team would have given him 6 years, a no trade, and $151 million. So why would the Giants do that? Right? Does it make sense, Mike? Wouldn't you think that there's got to be something afoot in why the Giants signed Chapman to such a deal when they could have got him much cheaper than 151 and 6 years with a no trade? I don't know, guys. It's Melvin's, but Melvin's only guaranteed to be here one more year. That's it. They never, in Posey's presser, he never said anything about extending Melvin. Melvin's only got one more year left, and that's it, guys. That's it. One more year. After that, they may go in a different direction. Alex, that also may be a scenario. There was no plan in place when they extended him. That 100, you may be absolutely correct. You may be absolutely correct. Let's see what else we got here. I have a bad feeling that Melvin will not even last a year, maybe. Will Clark for manager? I don't know if Will wants to do that, right? I think Will likes to do what he's doing. He's enjoying his life, man. I don't know if he'd want to come back. Who knows, though? Look, I'm not speaking for Will Clark. I don't know. Daily, what's up? Because I hope that this speculation comes to fruition with all of my heart, but I don't know at this point. That's fantastic. Mike, that's fantastic. You're talking about individual accomplishments, which are great. But we're talking about the team. Why did the Giants sign him to such a deal where he would have gotten much less if he went on the open market? Why? Why overpay? Why not pay what other people would have paid? Let him go on the open market, and then you could have gotten him for cheaper. Probably more than $50 million cheaper, and probably less years, and probably not a no trade. Mike, you don't look at it in a vacuum. That's what you're doing. You're looking at this in a vacuum. The Giants did overpay. The Giants did overpay for Matt Chapman. Again, 6 years, $151 million. That is overpaying. Aaron Rodgers, Soto to the Yankees, 100, he says. Lethal, what's up, dude? Soto to Washington, dark horse. What's up, man? Good to see you. The Rounder, he's also a Dodger fan. Soto is a good player, but he's not going to be worth the contract he's getting. Okay? That's fair. Fair. This is when I'm turning into a pumpkin tonight. Have a good night, everyone. Keep up the good work. Right on, man. LD, appreciate your support, man. You're awesome. Thank you, sir. We'll see you tomorrow night. What's up, Justin? The press. Posey was nothing more but lies. Posey knew from the beginning they were cutting salaries. That's a bad sell to the fan base. Woo! He's thinking. You don't think that was you think that story was legit? You think we'll see, I guess. We'll see. I'm not saying that it's not legit, but do you think that it's going to come, as Dilly says, you think it's going to come to fruition that Giants are going to cut salary? Anonymous. What's up, man? Thank you for showing up. Or Posey got worked by or Posey got worked by Boris. Posey never had a real job, has no idea how to negotiate. Unless you're counting negotiating against himself, no team would have given Chapman more than $80 million. Okay, there you go. So Again, San Jose Sharks, what's up? Let me get to this, and I'm going to talk about Anonymous here. Take a page out of the Dodgers playbook, pay Soto, and defer the money like they did with Ohtani. I think Giants are spending, not cutting payroll. Posey plays chess, not tiddlywinks. Okay. So exact opposite. Oh, coming in, Yanks, not can't afford Soto. Okay. So back to what Anonymous. Here we go. So it could be twofold here. Or I shouldn't say twofold. It could be one or the other. Either Posey got worked by Boris, or the scenario I presented, which could be fairy tales. Don't get me wrong. It could be fairy tales. It's nice to kind of think about what may or may not happen in negotiations. After reading Ned Colletti's book talking about how he was able to hire Joe Torre, they had to do a whole bunch of secret squirrel stuff so they wouldn't tip anyone off. So again, that's what I was kind of thinking about with the Soto negotiation. Maybe some type of similar action could go down. Kim could potentially land a year ranging from 15 to 20. That makes sense. Probably. Let's see. His buddy Jung-Hoo Lee can opt out in 3 years. I say 3 years. 50 million. Why not? 3 years, 50? How about that? Ha-Seong Kim. Again, guys, I'm going to tell you. Don't be upset if Ha-Seong Kim is signed. Okay? Doesn't mean that's going to be the end. It has all the potential of being another Conforto and Haniger. Absolutely has that potential. But don't worry, until the until the off season has concluded, we just don't know. When do we expect the Giants to sign Kim? Who knows, man? It could be anywhere from now until the winter meetings. Anonymous says Kim is not getting more than 60, most likely 2 at 38, option for 20. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, here we go. I didn't say 55. Oh, man. Inside joke, guys. It's an inside joke. I didn't say 55. Oh, my gosh. Don't forget Nick Ahmed. Yes. Inside joke, guys. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. Where the heck are we at? I'm out on the spread approach, says Heckmo. Been there, done that. Okay. Alex. Oh, man. Rounder, if the Giants cut salary, the Giants fans should revolt. There's no reason why they shouldn't be on the top. Guys, seriously. Should we bring this up again? Why not? Fantastic. Fantastic little clip. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Here we go. Let's talk about this. Since we're talking Juan Soto and free agency, let's talk about it, guys. Interesting. See, that I was wondering. I did not know what happens with the agent. So they get the full cut. Got it. They're going to get their money, but the player is willing to defer. Okay. Do you think, guys, everybody says Soto wants his money? If there's a deferral, do you think he would defer? And if he does defer, who has the better advantage in doing such a deal? All right. While you guys dwell on that, let me bring this up. Again, guys, unbelievable. AJ Przinsky, of all people. But I 100% agree with him. Let's go.
The fact is, they're likely not going to suddenly be a $250 million payroll. They're going to be in the 200 range, maybe lower than that. And AJ, that puts them in a position to just do cute things in the offseason, not big things.
And why did they sign Matt Chapman? Why you sign Matt Chapman to the deal you signed him to? What? Why sign him to that deal? Why not just wait and then you say like, "Whoa, man, we signed Matt Chapman to this, but we caught like this is stupid to me." You're the Giants. Go get a star. You need a star. You need a superstar. Go get him. His name's Juan Soto. Go get him. Right. Also, why do you bring in Buster Posey and say we're cutting $50 million for your payroll? Like, that doesn't make any sense. The fans are excited. Buster Posey's coming back. And you know what I'm most sick of more than anything, Scott and Eric?
What?
Why do we keep talking about teams cutting payroll? They have money. Stop it. Stop cutting payroll. All we hear about from MLB is all the time. Greatest attendance ever. Most watch this. Most watch that. This is up. This revenue is higher than ever. And every team wants to cut payroll except for like the Mets. Why? I'm tired of hearing about this. Go spend the money. Make your fans worth it. When you up ticket prices, go find better players.
There you go. I like what he's saying. I like what he's saying. But he's Hiroku says he don't think he's deferring anything, but he's still going to get paid, right? You're still going to get your money. It's not like it's you're not playing for free. You're still going to get paid. Trust me, when he goes and gets a loan for his house, he still could put that he's going to be making $700 million. Whatever. I don't think it's going to be that much, but I'm just saying. Last year, the Giants didn't sign a big-time free agent until December 14th, which was Jung-Hoo Lee. So I would probably expect the same this year. You think so? Here's a question. Was Jung-Hoo Lee a pivot? Let me ask you guys this. Was Jung-Hoo Lee a pivot when the Giants missed out on Shohei Ohtani? Great point. We're talking about crazy money. A normal person would not or could not defer money. Soto is already a multimillionaire. If he quits today, he never has to work another day in his life. Yeah. You don't think he was a pivot? You don't think Jung-Hoo Lee was a pivot? That's fine. There's a few people saying yes, a few people saying no. Let's rewind the clock. Remember Judge. When the Giants missed out on Judge, what did the Giants do? They pivoted to Carlos Correa. Didn't work out. Giants missed out on Ohtani. They pivoted to Jung-Hoo Lee. Again, was it a pivot? Don't know. Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. He's still going to get the money, man. He's still going to get the money. No, they need a Correa was who? Yeah, Correa was definitely a pivot. But I knew they were looking at Jung-Hoo Lee. Okay, here's a question. Was the price that they paid for Jung-Hoo Lee? I've talked about this before. Could they have gotten a little cheaper? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not privy to what other teams would have paid for Jung-Hoo Lee. So I can't, to be honest with you, I can't answer that question. I can't. Yes, it is going to be. Well, no, Soto's already made a few bit. He's made some cash, man. Granted, it's not his big payday. This will be his first big payday. But no, I get what you're saying, Alex. He's got endorsements. Look, are you telling me Soto can't get endorsements? Look, is he going to get endorsements like Shohei? No, I'm not saying that. But he's going to get endorsements. he's gonna be able to get endorsements. So I mean, and as Anonymous is stating, he's still gonna get paid. May not get paid immediately, but he's still gonna get paid. Look, let's say whatever. I don't think it's going to be 700, but maybe it is. Say a team offers him 700 with the Furmans. When he's done with baseball, which is going to be what in his early to mid 40s, the guy is going to be awfully rich. Awfully rich. Croquet Film, what's up? Glenn is in Mexico. Either be back tomorrow or Tuesday. There you go. Leave it hit 283 this year. If he hits 283, I would be ecstatic. If you watch a swing, it's identical to Ichiro's. Not saying he is Ichiro, but the Giants fans will be happy with his career arc. Nice. Okay, there we go. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Man, when's the last time a San Francisco, 280, it actually finished the year 283? Fitzgerald, I think, might have been close, but again, did he play the whole season? But a 283 player, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. And then get a big bopper to get on base and get a bopper to knock him in. Juan Soto. Solano was probably the last guy to bat that. Yeah, there you go, Gilbert. Man, that tells you something, right? 326. Yeah, hey, Glenn, I know you're out there, man. Right? 326 next year. For good karma, hit that like button. Alive, thank you for reminding me. Guys, I don't say it enough. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. You know, every time we go live. During the off season, I'm always going live around 8 o'clock. During the season, that will change depending when the game ends. And if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button. Be much appreciated. And leave a comment, guys. After the stream is done, you can go leave a comment, and I will answer them as quick as possible. That'd be awesome. Appreciate the support, guys. Let's see. San Jose Sharks, what's up, man? I'm not buying anything that Andrew Bagley says. Some of the stuff he says you can confirm. I am going by what Posey said. As I said, why cut payroll when the ownership of Posey said we are spending? That's a great point. There's a lot of conflicting messages being sent, right? Not necessarily, I'm not going to say from the organization. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let's just say by just reporters and sources that reporters are talking to. Again, what does that mean? We don't know, to be honest with you. But San Jose Sharks, you make a great point. Again, AJ Przinsky makes a great point as well. Why would you hand over the keys to Posey and then tell him, you're only getting half the house? Or as Eric explained to it later in that interview, he got keys to the Lambo, but it only could go 25 miles an hour. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. A facade, maybe. A little, as I said, a little psyop going on. Look over here. Przinsky is a cock. Well, there you go. Well, that makes it even more crazy that us as Giants fans are enjoying what Przinsky has to say. But as Anonymous says, oh, man. Oh, what's this now? He's saying, true, San Jose Sharks. The only thing that scares me is Pavs has also said on his podcast that he wouldn't be shocked if Chapman deal is the largest deal they hand out this offseason. Let's not go down that road, please. If that's going to be tough. Honestly, that's going to be tough. Okay, answer me this then. Do you think they can make a splash in a trade? Do you think Do you think the Giants can woo Vlad Guerrero? We talked about this, guys. Could the Giants woo Vlad Guerrero Jr., that is? Right? Could that happen? Remember, I talked about this a few days ago. Can the Giants perform a Soto-less big move? Can he? Can the Giants do it? What do you think? Do you think the Giants have the pieces to trade for Vlad Guerrero Jr.? I don't know, man. Who would the Blue Jays be asking for? Oh, don't say that. Heck, Mo. No. You're not. No. Look, did you see how much money he's got left on the books? Morcatna has to be contingent on an extension. I would agree. Trout would piss me off. Waste the money on the IL King. Yep. Blue Jays will not trade him. They will re-sign him to a long. You think so? Have you heard? I haven't even seen anything about that. Have you guys seen anything about negotiations between Juan Soto and the Blue Jays? I haven't seen anything of MLB trade rumors. You name it. I haven't seen any of that. San Jose Sharks. Yeah, they got a young team right there. San Jose Sharks, young team. They might be cooking in a couple of years. I know Glenn's been talking about that. Heck, Mo. Flight Tracker says Soto's plane has headed for Toronto. Nightingale predicts Soto to Toronto? Really? Interesting. Oh, that would be something. What's up, Gus? Let's be honest with one another. One-on-one is not going to be a... Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Gus, keep the faith, man. Keep the faith, man. Gus, keep the faith. You want the best for the San Francisco Giants, right? Well, Soto right now is the best. Well, okay, let's say one of the best. He is the best this offseason, but he's one of the best. Right? I get it. I understand. 100% understand. Hopeful, but doubtful. Yes, got it. That makes sense. Anonymous. Well, that would be sad. However, Pavlovich knows nothing. Bags is very smart. He unintentionally wrote a New York Post hit piece. There is no confirmation from the Giants that Bags' article was accurate. That's something that I've been waiting to hear, to see if the Giants were gonna. I don't know if the Giants would do it. Well, there you go, Alive Insurance. You know what that means? 14 years, 670. Get it done, San Francisco Giants. Get it done, San Francisco Giants. That's $40 million than what Toronto would play. Did I say play? Pay. That's $40 million more than what Toronto would pay. Hey, Ibrahim, maybe the Giants have already met. Maybe the Giants have already met. Let's not forget they got a guy on the inside. Sabian's on the inside, right? With the Yankees. Just saying. Just saying. Does that mean anything? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they've already done it. We just haven't heard anything about it, which is good news for me. No way. You know what I think is AAV? What's the highest AAV? Hold on, let's look. Isn't it 47? I know AAV is not. Chris loves that stuff. Oh, it's 43. It's 43 million. Highest AAV, Max Scherzer. Justin Verlander, Zach Wheeler, 42. Aaron Judge, 40. DeGrom, 37. Okay, let's talk about it. Take out Ohtani. The highest is 43 million. I said to go to 48. 45 might get it done. But I know Scott Boras loves that AAV, man. He wants like one of the biggest contracts and the AAV. He loves that stuff. I'll get excited when we hear Posey and Chapman have reserved Amici's Pizza on Pier 39. Mike, yes. If the Giants only signed Juan Soto and maybe a Ha-Seong Kim, I'm okay with that. You know why I'm okay with that, Mike? Can you guess why I'm okay with just signing Juan Soto? What's up, Justin? Why would I be excited if they just got Juan Soto, Mike? Take a guess. Yes. Correct, Alex, because he's a foundational player. Because you build around him. That's why. He is your cornerstone. He's your foundation. That is the guy you build around. Because guess what? I'm not signing. I'll say this again, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face. You're not signing Juan Soto for the year of 2025. You're not signing Juan Soto for the year. You're signing Juan Soto for the year of 2027. Because that will give you time to also add some more pieces around Juan Soto. And it gives you a chance to see if Eldridge is going to be the guy. Eldridge could be the guy. I'm not saying that he's not, but it gives him time. And it takes a lot of pressure off of young Eldridge, right? It takes a lot of pressure off him. But you still have Elliot Ramos, who will still be productive in another couple of years. You have Jung-Hoo Lee, who will still be productive in the next couple of years. We don't know. I tell you what, Alex, here's the question. What is his definition of winning right now? I'm talking about right now, here on November 10th, 2024. I'm guessing right now his definition of winning is getting the biggest contract he can get. That is what he wants. That's the short term. Long term, absolutely. Of course he wants to win. You see it in the dugout. He wants to win. You see it in his play. He wants to win. He's a competitor. But sometimes, everything can't be perfect. Look, you want the big contract and you want to win, right? I get it. But sometimes they won't line up. You may be able to get the money, but you're not going to have the instant winning. It may take a little while. Or you don't take as much, and then you could go to a winning club. Or you could do both, because honestly, right now, if he wants to win and get paid, maybe it's the Dodgers. I don't know, but I don't see it. It just, for me, and I'm not saying this as a Giants fan, I'm saying this as a baseball fan. To me, it doesn't make sense that the Dodgers go after Juan Soto. You won a World Series without Juan Soto. You don't need a Juan Soto. You don't need a Juan Soto. The Dodgers, you can win without him. Come on, if we're talking brass tacks here, they don't need Juan Soto. You know what they do need? They need pitching. They need pitching. So that's my guess of where the Dodgers are going to go. Again, do I know? No, I don't. But come on. If you pay him a boatload of money and you're putting a team together that's going to win, and and that, again, that is something that Posey's going to have to sell. Look, the easy part, right? Isn't the easy part to sit there and say, hey, this is how much money we're going to give you, right? This is how much money we're going to give you. That's kind of the easy part. The hard part is selling the vision. What is the vision of the San Francisco Giants with Juan Soto as the captain of the team? That's going to be the more difficult part. Yeah, Giants need pitching too. Don't get me wrong. But we also have some young pitching that are a little bit better than the young pitching that the Dodgers have. No? Am I wrong? Don't the Giants have some better young pitching coming through the pike than the Dodgers do? So the Giants, again, they have that time. Remember, Juan Soto is going to be good for 10 years, right? Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But let's say 10 years. That gives you plenty of time to get the team where it needs to be and make some serious runs multiple years. Multiple years. Ooh, interesting. As long as other teams offer Soto legitimate contracts, MLB will not let the Dodgers sign him. Ooh, interesting. A-Rod rule. Interesting. I did not realize there was an A-Rod rule. Was that the one? Is that when he went from Texas? Is that when he went from Texas to New York? Is that when they instituted that? Dodgers have better pitching prospects? Do they really? Interesting. Oh, the Reds. Ooh. Oh, it was. Okay. Gotcha. Soto isn't going to, Bub says, Soto isn't going to even visit San Francisco to entertain an offer. I think all the teams are going to go visit him. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like all the teams are going to go visit him. So whether or not the Giants are doing that, I have no idea, man. We'll find out. We will find out. He signed with the Red Sox first before the Yankees. Really? What was that? I didn't know that. Daniel, what's up, man? No, we can't get Soto. I'm not getting my hopes up for Adames either. Hey, I get it. I understand. I understand the feelings of people, especially Giants. Your Sacramento A's, Juan Soto. Be voted a contract then to the Yanks. Interesting. Soriano went to Texas for A-Rod. Oh, that was a trade from Texas to Gosh, dang it, man. It's going to be exciting, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. Everybody, guess what? It's about that time. It's about that time. I got to go warm up some coffee, guys. Be right back. All right, back. Got my coffee warmed up, ready to go. Let's see, what do we got here? Demon D, Yankees fan. Yankees Megatron Soto for life, he says. Right on, man. We'll see. We'll see who will be the lucky team. Let me hear it from you guys. Look, do I do a poll? You want me to do a poll? Should I do a poll? Why not? I could do a poll. Why not? Actually, it's not going to even be that. I already know where this is going. What do I even do that? Whatever. I know what everyone's going to pick. Why not? Oh, I already know where this is going to go. I already know, man. Holy crap. Raspberry syrup in hot chocolate made with milk? Yeah, I do love hot chocolate. Gilbert, yes, I love hot chocolate. San Jose Sharks, man, appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock every day. Again, good to see you in here. Hope to see you back. All right. Yeah, man, it's getting to that time of the year to start drinking some hot chocolate. Absolutely. You know what else is good is a hot cider. Ooh, hot cider is good with some cinnamon in it. Ooh. 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 Alex is talking about the Dodgers pitching. Is Dustin May done? River Ryan, I know he showed some signs. Knack. Gavin Stone. Eggnog. Eggnog's good. William. Eggnog. Eggnog. That is some good stuff, man. I'll leave that damn pull up for a while. No, Eric, he's coming back. He is. Okay. Didn't he have some damn throat issues or didn't he have some weird stuff going on with him? Something like that. San Jose. Hey, what's up? Is that who I think that is? Is that who I think it is? Is that you, Glenn? Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, man. Much appreciated. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like. And if you want to keep seeing same type of content, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. No, it's getting a little bit late here on a Sunday night, but I'm still here, guys, talking about good old San Francisco Giants baseball and baseball in general as well. Says, this is not your father Steinbrenner's led team. They will not pay Soto that money. Interesting. Yeah, torn esophagus. How the hell do you get Alex, how do you get a torn esophagus? What was that all about? What's the story on that? I remember it coming out, but I didn't hear any details about how you tear an esophagus. Whew, that sounds rough. Rock says he predicts Soto to leave New York. Where do you think his destination is, or you don't know? David Bell, I don't know if he's landed anywhere. Ibrahim, I'm not sure if he's landed anywhere yet, to be honest with you. Do you think the Giants swung on their last at bat in the playoffs against the Dodgers? Oh, that was funny, man. Bell would have been a better GM than Zach, says Anonymous. Bob says, no, I was there. That was the Slater at bat, wasn't it? Wasn't it Slater? I can't remember. Who was it? No, it wasn't Slater. Who was it? Who was batting, Bub? I can't remember. I cannot remember who it was because that was 2021. Flores. That's right, Gilbert. Thank you. I was thinking of the 2020. Wasn't that where Slater got rung up? Cost them a wild card, or was it a wild card? It was a playoff. I know that. Yeah, that's weird, man. I've never heard of a torn esophagus. Yeah, end of 2020 was Slater. That's the one I was thinking of. But it was Flores in the 2021 to DS, right? Yeah, tough. Red! Can we put Farhan in a real steel cage wrestling match with the San Francisco Giants fans? That would be great. You know what? I like the old-fashioned cage. I like the one. Remember the blue cage that Hulk Hogan was in? I like that one better than the chain link one. I think it looked better. It was cool. Looked more menacing. If Farhan was still in charge, we'd have 0% chance. Agreed. Alfonso Diaz, what's up, man? Can't remember if I've seen you before. If I haven't, welcome. Appreciate it. If the Giants don't want to invest in Soto, they should sign Adames, Alonso, Snell to make more appealing for Roki to sign with the Giants. Ooh, what's up, Giants Report? How's it going, man? Wow. Okay, Alfonso, let's talk about this. Adames is going to cost you 2 draft picks. Alonso is going to cost you 2 draft picks. $1 million each. So you're going to Adames and Alonso going to give you some pop, right? No doubt about it. Going to give you some pop in the lineup. Hey, I understand, Giants Report. Not a problem, dude. Got to take care of business. Got to look after number 1 first, buddy. But again, they're going to cost you 4 draft picks in the next draft. So in 2025, the Giants are going to be drafting nobody. And you're going to lose $1 million a piece in the international. The skyscrapers versus road warriors. So $2 million is wiped off for your international pool, and you lose 4 draft picks. Do you do, Alfonso, do you do that? Do you do that? Now, Snell doesn't cost, it's just going to cost you money. But I see what you're saying, appealing to Roki. Again, Roki is going to be a wild card here, guys. Right? He's going to be a wild card. You guys talk to me. He's going to be international pool money. So it's not going to be, he's not going to go to the team that's going to offer him the most money, even though he could. But we're talking about, look, in terms of major league contracts, we're talking minuscule here. But are the draft picks better than those 2 players? It's 4 players, Alfonso. 4. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But again, I don't know. What's the route that Posey wants to take? Does he want to build through the farm? Who the hell is Roki Sasaki? Mike, where you been living, man? Where have you been living? But anyways, you're talking about, again, I'll go back to Roki because I see what you're saying. You want to get Adames, you want to get Alonso, and you want to get Snell to make it more attractive for Roki. Roki's going to go to wherever team he decides to choose. I mean, granted, it's like that for any free agent. but it's a little bit more so for the simple fact that it's not going to be the most expensive contract wins Roki. Because again, whoever he signs with, he's going to be stuck with them for 6 years until he hits free agency. Right? Only trash teams worried about blocking players. Fair enough. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's all going to play out. Giants need to take a Teddy Roosevelt approach with some big stick diplomacy, and I mean money. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Fair enough, turd. But then again, you got to remember, we got a new regime in place. Would you think Posey would want to go into the first year of his draft not being able to draft who he wants, so to speak? I don't know, man. I don't know. Bob says the Giants can't give up draft picks. See, that's the bugaboo, man. Yes, you get Willie Adames. Yes, you get Alonso. But are you willing to just pretty much just say to hell with the 2025 draft? Maybe you do. It's one draft. Don't get me wrong. It's only one draft. Paul, exactly. If you're going to lose a draft pick, it better be worth it. Ibrahim, I can't see Posey sacrificing picks for just anyone. Has to be a huge piece. And that's kind of where I'm at, right? Do you really think Posey is doing an MLB draft? Well, he's going to have input, right? Come on. It's going to have input. Let's not think that Posey can't understand what's going on. Is he going to have people help him? Of course. Farhan had people helping him. Everybody, Brian Sabian had people helping him with the draft. It's not like it's just all them taking care of it, man. Of course, they're going to have they're going to have scouts out there looking at people, giving the information to Posey. I don't think Posey is some type of freaking, I don't think he's some kind of soothsayer. This upcoming draft is suspect anyways. Okay, see, that I did not know. Again, you're going to have to weigh the pros and the cons. It's just what it's going to be, man. It's just the way it's going to be. They always turn out to be shit. Yeah, that's what everyone says, man. I get it. I understand the feeling, man, because the Giants have had not very good luck. Yeah, recently, Eldridge. Roki is tailor-made for the Dodgers. Dodgers are already going to a 6-man rotation. No other team is doing that. They can baby him into the league, take it slowly. Then he'll have 2 buds in LA. Yeah. Again, LA, it will be tough for Roki to say no to LA. It would be. It would be tough. Look, I'm not oblivious to the fact that LA is enticing. Yeah, supposedly Sasaki is really good friends with Yu Darvish, bub. I don't know, man. We don't know what Posey knows about drafting. We absolutely don't know. Kim will come to the Giants. That's can almost guarantee it. Paul, I think it's time to give Bauer a chance. I don't know, man. I think he's done. I think he's done in the MLB. Honestly, and it's not just with, it has nothing to do with the Giants. I think it has to do with the league. Look, there's a lot of teams that could use a pitcher like Bauer. I think he's done, man. I think his playing days are over. Roki and Soto and Dodger Blue? Who knows? Seems a bit much to me, but who knows? Again, Roki's not going to cost you. Roki is not going to cost you. And you got 6 years of control, man. I mean, that you're getting a hell of a pitcher for basically pennies on the dollar. And you don't have to pay him for another 6 years, really. I mean, the big bucks. Ooh. Why do I think he's going to the Giants? He wants to come to the Giants. He wants to play for Melvin, and his best bud is Jung-Hoo Lee. He's a free agent. You watch. I'm telling you. No more forgive and forget. Well. Easier said than done, Paul. Sounds like it's a league-wide thing. It's a league-wide thing, and I don't know. Hell of a pitcher. I know, Alex. I know. So here's a question. Alex, maybe you know this. What's the wait time on Roki? Can't he decide now? I mean, he's already been posted. Can he make his decision anytime? Or are we missing a timeline thing here? You know what, Rocks? I think it has nothing to do with that. I think that whole incident has nothing to do with what his issue with the MLB. I think it's something else. So right now, Sasaki could literally come out like right now and say, I want to go play for so-and-so team. Or are we waiting? Is there something that has to happen? I don't know. If he signs in December and January, there is a money difference. Yeah, because after December 15th, you're now in the 2025 quote unquote international pool, right? We could always hire Guido. Okay, when's the window open? There is more money in December. Yes, I know that. Got it. I know there's more money in December. And there's some teams ahead of the Giants and the Dodgers. As a matter of fact, the Giants and the Dodgers have the same amount of money for the international pool for 2025. Again, like I said, I don't know how much of it's going to be about the money more than just, hey, where do I want to spend the next 6 years of my freaking career? Because it's not going to be about the big money, man. Making him an offer he can't. Well, are you talking about Roki or are you talking about Soto, Paul? If you're talking about Roki, it's not a big look. You only got so much money in an international pool. He's not a quote unquote free agent. He falls in under all those international guys. International signing period runs until the 15th, right? Yep. So after the 15th of December, now you're in the 2025 pool. Yep. Everybody has to fly to California to go see Juan. Again, Posey, put on those rings, man. Carry those trophies. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on, Posey. If you guys are, if the Giants are legitimately in the Soto sweepstakes, you're going to have to come in strong. Roki is going to make a set dollar wherever he goes. Exactly. That's why it's going to be about who he wants to play with for the next 6 years. If I'm not mistaken, I looked that up yesterday. International prospects are under team control for 6 years. What is up, Senior? It's going to be interesting. How do you sell? How would you go about selling yourself to Sasaki? I don't know, man. Padres have his best friend in Yu Darvish. Dodgers have the best chance of winning some championships. I don't know. Soto wants the contract. I'm just saying, Justin. I think Soto right now, his definition of winning, I'm guessing right now, I said this here on November 10th of 2024. I think Juan Soto wants to get his contract. That is what he wants to win right now. Ibrahim, the only way you could sell Sasaki as Oracle would be an easy park for him to get adjusted in. Less pressure to win right away. He can adjust to the league at his own pace. In LA or New York, he has to excel ASAP. That's a damn good point there. Ibrahim, that is fantastic. I like that. That makes a lot of sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. Instead of the whole win now type of situation, living up, quote unquote, to the hype, having all that pressure, that, you know what? You may be onto something. Oracle Park is a really nice park to pitch in, right? If you're a starting pitcher, come to Oracle Park. You could get your feet underneath you. Giants do a pretty good job developing pitchers, right? Let's not forget about that. That's one of the strengths of the San Francisco Giants. Hey, and haven't we been talking about that? Oh, wait. I believe our new president of baseball operations talks about pitching and defense, right? Well, Sasaki. Hey, I don't know. Ooh. I don't know. Didn't Japanese have the first? Yes, they did. What was it? I can't remember his name. It was a pitcher too, right? No. I can't remember. Honestly, I'm not going to even try to go it. I can't remember what position he played. He's used to a 6-man rotation. Can the Giants do that? Yeah. Honestly, they probably could. I mean, Giants have got a lot of guys in the rotation that they can throw out there. Because you still got, I mean, what's the rotation going to be? It's probably going to be, well, see, we don't know yet. I can't even go out there. Relief pitcher. Thank you. I thought he was a pitcher. How about that? I thought that's what it was. I don't know, man. I think could the Giants go to a 6-man? They could. Is it something that they would do? I don't know. What's up, George? Good to see you, man. Giants should sign Snell. 5 years, 160. Sign Sasaki. That's going to be a tough one. Tanner Scott. The Giants don't need any bullpen help, right? Hope you're having a good night, George. Adames, gonna cost you 2 draft picks, but we've gone down that road. Ha-Seong Kim, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm not gonna discuss the contract, but it's gonna be in that ballpark. Trade for Josh Naylor. Trade Robbie Ray, Wade, Flores, Murphy, and Taylor Rogers. Interesting. I don't think you need. Do they need Tanner Scott though? You think they need Tanner Scott? Alfonso, you're correct. I get it. Look, there's different directions that we could go on here, right? If you want to build through the farm, you don't want to lose the draft picks. But if you want to start building your team now and then worry about the draft picks later, you could do this. Draft picks are not a necessity, but proven all-stars are good players that will raise the floor for the Giants to compete now. Yes. Wait another 5 years. No guarantee them draft picks will pan out. 100%. I get it. I get it. That makes sense. But I'm trying to think of what the Giants are going to do. Would the Giants want to lose those draft picks? Again, Buster Posey has talked about using the farm. I don't know, man. Again, we don't know the direction the team is going to go in. Look, are they going to come out and say, this is what we're going to do? No, you really can't do that. Now that you think, as much as we want to hear what the philosophy of the San Francisco Giants are, and I've hollered for that in the past. What's their philosophy? Well, sometimes you can't really say that for the simple fact you're giving up to a certain extent state secrets, right? Because if you're going to say, I'm going to build through the farm, well, you're telling other free agents, hey, don't worry about Colin. You lose leverage that way, right? You're going to lose leverage that way because maybe there is a free agent you may be interested in and maybe decide, hey, whatever. Who knows? So you kind of have to be careful. Again, we just don't know what Buster Posey is going to do. Roki is a super competitive. That's why he didn't want to wait. Okay. Answer me this question. Alex, answer this question. If he's super competitive, would it make sense for him to be a Dodger? Or would it make sense for him to sign with a team to compete against the Dodgers? Just saying. If he's super competitive, maybe he wants to throw against the best. Maybe he wants to strike out Shohei. Maybe he wants to strike out Mookie Betts. Again, just throwing it out there. Paul. What bad contracts did the Giants have, Mike? The Giants really don't have bad contracts. I'm telling you right now, if they cut payroll, you know who's going to be your right fielder, right? You guys understand. You guys understand that if the story is right and that the Giants cut payroll, you understand who is going to be your starting right field in 2025, right? It's going to be Yastrzemski, 100%. 100%. Mike Yastrzemski will be your right fielder in 2025 if the Giants do decide to cut their payroll. Again, if that's not true, well, then it could be somebody else. Don't trust the Giants to draft. If they're letting go scouts and analytics guys, yeah, well, George, I don't know, man. I know Farhan, before he got fired, he let go another 4 scouts. I get it. I don't know what that means for the future. Is Posey going to hire some more scouts? Again, Buster Posey has already said that he wants to rely on scouting more than analytics. He doesn't want to get rid of analytics, but he wants to rely on scouts. So maybe they take the opposite direction. I don't know. Re-sign Austin Slater. Jeez. Who was at fault for Cole and Rizzo covering first? I put that on Cole. Wouldn't you put that on Cole? Cole's supposed to break for the bag. He gave up on it, man. Even if the first baseman is running to the bag, isn't the pitcher still supposed to go? Just saying. Oh God. That $4 million, man. Look, there's a lot of contracts last year that were signed that could have kept the Giants underneath the CBT, and then we wouldn't be having to worry about international pool money and losing draft picks. Get rid of all the ARB players except for Doval. What about Taylor Rogers? He's a decent lefty out of the pen, no? Or you guys seen enough of him? Who else? I mean, it's nice to have 2 lefties in the pen. Eric Miller will probably be better. He was good last year. Could be better again this year. Taylor had his moments, don't get me wrong, but he's still a decent lefty coming out of the pen. Anthony Santander, Mike, again, going to cost you 2 draft picks. I will not sign Santander. Santander is not worth the 2 draft picks. That's me. That's me. I would not give up 2 draft picks and $1 million to sign Santander. Hey, you can feel different, man. Forgot about Rodgers. I wouldn't mind if he is coming back. Yeah. Wade, Yaz, and then keep Duvall and Rodgers, I guess, huh? Giants need to sign Will to Robbie Ray. I don't think they could get rid of that. Could you? And I guess you could. I guess you could get rid of Ray and then sign Snell. Yeah, are you good? But the thing is, the Giants are going to have to eat some of that contract anyways. So are you really? Is it helping your situation? Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll have to see. What's up, Marcus? What's up, George? George, I'm telling you something with the Cubs, man. With the Cubs? Holy crap, dude. You guys got a good team. You got a good starting rotation. Hey, who knows? Maybe Sasaki will go to the Cubs. Bellinger's coming back. I don't know what you feel on him, but you got a nice young team, man. You got Imanaga, you got Steele. Then if you could get Sasaki, I mean, you guys could be doing something. That's gonna. The Cubs are definitely going to be battling the damn Giants for sure, man. Jock Peterson, what the hell? Mike, where are you coming up with this shit, dude? Jock Peterson? You want Jock Peterson back in San Francisco? Come on. So you could trade Ray, eat the 10, save 15 million. Oh, Coletti's a great guy, man. I used to love being able to talk to him. Good guy. If you haven't got his book, read his book. Fantastic book. The Big Chair. You guys won't be disappointed. Yeah, Jock had a great season. I don't want him back in San Francisco, though. Giants got other things. Look, Jock Peterson is a damn guy. He's just a guy to go get out there, right? Giants need to worry about 1 through 9. How do they get there? We'll find out. Heard from a source, Gabe Kapler is on the phone with Zach Manassian. I'll never get it right. Regarding Yaz. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Because Yaz may be your starting right fielder, man. Just saying. He might be. Eric, Sasaki grew up a Dodgers fan like his late father. Grew up wanting to be a Dodger. Well, there you go. Johnny, hey, careful, Johnny. I'll tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap. And I think you might know where I'm going. Back in 2022, Johnny, I'm going to tell you a story. Back in 2022, the offseason of 2022, getting ready to go into the 2023 season, there was a certain free agent whose childhood team was the San Francisco Giants. Everyone said he's a Bay Area guy, but he wasn't a Bay Area guy. All the talk was this guy is going to be a Giant because he grew up being a Giants fan. Pictures were out there all over the place showing him in his little Giants uniform, showing him pictures of him at Oracle Park. Did he sign with the San Francisco Giants in 2022? No, Johnny, he did not. So be careful. Be careful when you start talking about players who grew up rooting for a certain team. Yeah, just be careful. I'm just saying, just be careful. I'm not saying it could happen in this case. I'm not saying that. Oh, fuck. I know Giants report. Dude, I'll never forget that. Everybody was up in arms, but then I was like, something doesn't seem right, man. Why is there an NBC Sports Bay Area reporter in the lobby of this hotel? It just didn't make sense. And then, of course, he walks in, gives the little wink, gonna visit some friends. I'm gonna visit some friends. Everybody was ready. He's signing with the Giants. He's signing with the Giants. Oh, man. What a freaking disaster it was for Giants fans. We're still haven't recovered from that. Oh, my God. Judge used his hometown team as leverage. He did, 100%. He 100% used his hometown team for leverage. But let's think about it, too. Kind of just going on a little tangent here. Who drafted Aaron Judge? It was the Yankees. Who gave Judge his chance? The Yankees. That was the reason why he went back to the Yankees. They believed in him. They gave him his opportunity, and he had some loyalty. I can't blame him for that. I can't. Yeah, Padres came in at the very end. What was that, like 400 million, something like that? Like at the very end. But I think by that time he already had made his decision, if I'm not mistaken, right? For the most part. But again, you got to be careful. Giants drafted Christian Arroyo. Oh, yeah. He was the next big thing, right? Yeah. I get what you're saying. Look. This is going to be a fun offseason. Soto, Snell, Sasaki, Burns, Willie Adames. Maybe Vlad gets traded. Alonso. There's going to be Saltalamacchia. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are going to be moving. Max Fried. It's going to be a fun offseason. We'll see how it's all going to pan out, man. I just hope that there's action. I hope there's action during the winter meetings rather than just people just milling around. You know, you're sitting there just waiting for something to freaking drop and nothing ever came. The Padres borrow money from the Giants should hold open tryouts. Oh, man. Giants drafted Gary Brown. Yep, Gary Brown. Yeah, that was another one. When are December 8th, I think? I think it starts around December 8th, and it goes for like 3 days. Something like that. Something like that. Judge wasn't meant for the Giants, but Soto is. No. Rocks? Man. Rocks, I can always count on you, man. I can always count on you. Come on, let's go! Soto to the Giants! There we go. You think you think Oracle can hold in Juan Soto? Have you seen his numbers, Bub? Have you seen his numbers of him playing in Oracle Park? It's pretty good. Thanks, Morkatna. Thanks. It's pretty good, Bub. I'm just saying. Oracle Park cannot contain Juan Soto. Ask Camilo Doval last year, the man whose soul was ripped right out of his body, was trampled upon. Juan Soto, trust me. There you go, Alex. You're on. I played a video, and Chardal come right in afterwards. We'll be good to go. Probably not. Oh my gosh. And watch. You mentioned Chardal. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute, Alex. You'll see. The Chardal effect will come into play. Krister, what is up? Yeah, that's going to be the question, Krister. Krister, that's going to be the question because that report came out from Andrew Baggerly. We'll see what happens. I'm still going to freaking push for it, whatever. That night, I was pretty damn pissed off, to be honest with you. Wasn't happy. But I guess all we could do is wait and see what happens. That's all we could do. As Giants fans, all we could do is wait to see what happens and how it unfolds for us. And then we could come on here and talk about it, guys. That's what baseball's about. You know, that's the beauty of baseball. It's a conversational sport. Come over here. We could talk about it. Everybody has their own opinions about what they should or shouldn't do. Everyone has their own, their fandom that they root for. That's what I love about the game, man. Brings people together. Should bring people together. Giants aren't good. Yeah, well, as evidence over the last 3 years, right, Samuel? The Giants are not historically bad, but in the recent history, they are not good. Dilly with the bar set so incredibly low, we can't possibly disappoint it, right? The only way is up. Who can they afford that will help? I don't know. Krister, that we're about to find that out. Here over these next couple of months, we will find out who the Giants can and cannot afford. What is up, Benji? Benji, you missed my new video, man. I'll play it a little bit later. How about that? Red L. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support. We'll see you on the next one, man. Have a good rest of your night. Hey, Benji, I played it right in the very beginning of the opening of the show. After the intro, I played the movie right away, so it'd be easy to find. Johnny, thank you, sir. Have a good one, man. Thank you for the support. We will see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, man. And for those of you, don't forget tomorrow, Veterans Day. For all your veterans out there, I wish you a happy Veterans Day. Thank you all for your service. Yeah, we're getting there, Benji. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. It's a long slog, but that's okay because it's just about coming on here having fun. Hey, if we keep climbing, that's fine. But I come on here just to talk, and if we have some success doing it, hey, that's just a plus. I just love having the conversations. Again, said that there. Krister, Navy vet, right on, dude. Right on. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing a Military History Chronicles. So my Giant Sports Talk will not be quite as long tomorrow because I will be going on Military History Chronicles after Giant Sports Talk Live tomorrow. Oh, dear God. MF, I remember. I remember. Good old 2023, a year to forget. Right on, Benji. Happy Veterans Day. Everyone who served should be respected and supported by the citizens and, more importantly, the government of this country. Right on. Thanks, Krister. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Oh. All right, what do we got? Tell Soto if he signs, we'll give him a YouTube show rating burgers with Kapler. Oh, you know what? I need a freaking what the hell's going on at the poll? Forgot all about that. Yep, kind of what I figured. Chances of Soto being a Giant. We got 60 votes. 62% say 1%, 22% say 25%, 8%, 8%, 100%. There you go. The final tally. No surprises. Right on, Krister. Right on. Oh, my goodness. All right, where do we want to take this next? Probably go about another half hour. How's that sound? About another half hour. I could throw out the link. Anyone want to join the show for the last half hour? I could throw out the link if anyone is interested. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Right here. Face to face. Right on. Throw the link out there. All right, I'm putting the link out there. Let me go warm up my coffee, and I will be right back. What's up, Marcus? Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Except for Giants slight, but it's all good. All right. Hey, guys. Got the link out there. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, guys, got the link out there. So anyone wants to join the show, you can join the show. We can sit here and talk about it, see what you got. All right, Krister, have a good one, man. We will see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your night or in the morning in Minnesota. Have a good night, man. Do we talk about Soto because we don't know what else to talk about, or should we get Everyday Dynasty? Yeah, we could do that too, man. Guy knows what he's talking about. Absolutely. But it's not about nothing because hey, man, I've been talking about this for a long time, bub. I've been talking about this for a long time about trying to get Juan Soto. Why not? Right? Why not? Giants need him. Giants need a lot of stuff, but the Giants need him. So I'll be here shouting from the mountaintop. I'm the only man out there. There's no one else saying it, man. Nobody else is saying it. But that's what I want. Again, I'm a fan of the San Francisco Giants. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, Benji. Need a face of the franchise, and Soto would be that. He would. Absolutely. There you go. The hope should be the last thing that you lose. There you go. That's all you can do. As a fan, that's all we can do, man. We're not in the, we don't, again, I said this last night, we don't have a seat at the table. All we can do is just sit back and watch and see how it all pans out. Could be good things, it could be bad things. Man, I'm not seeing much freaking baseball news today, man. Been kind of, again, probably because it's NFL Sunday, probably. See what we got. Nothing. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out there, man. Yeah, Soto is out here in California. He loves it here. Too much pressure in New York media. He wants California. Yeah, and I think they just wanted to, again, Boris's headquarters, if you will, is in Southern California. So if they're going to be taking care of their baseball business, he's probably just going to hang out. Hey, look, it's Southern California. It's nice weather. I'm pretty sure he enjoys it. All right, hey, let's bring in Dilly. What's up, Dilly? Uh-oh. Rain clouds over Alonso now. Not good.
Yeah, it's sad hours these days. It's not happy.
Oh man. Hey, let's start off. Do you think Alonso's worth 2 draft picks?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he is one of the best bats out there overall, because I wonder if his recent years being kind of down years necessarily, I guess you could say, for him, have been just a product of like normalization, kind of like what we saw with Vlad.
Okay.
So I wonder if he's following that same kind of arc, if he's just going to kind of float around that. And I say down years, he still hit more than 30 home runs. It's not like he's had a bad year necessarily. Right. It's just by his standards, it's been, and maybe the standards were set too high. I don't know. Because same with Vlad, like he comes out hot right out the gate, and then it normalizes a little bit, and it's like, okay, well, now we're gonna actually see what the underlying player is all about. So maybe Pete Alonso's like a true 30 to 35 home run hitter rather than a 45, 50 home run hitter, like he was when he came up initially. Same, you could kind of say the same for Bellinger. I know he had his shoulder injury, which really screwed him up offensively.
Right.
But like he came out of the gates and was phenomenal and hit all these home runs and was whatever, got hurt, and then hasn't really been the same, and then had his bounce back season with the Cubs.
Right.
And so I just, as far as Alonso goes, I think he's a very solid bat. I think that's the next best bat, most reliable bat on the market outside of Soto for sure.
Right. Makes sense. Willie Adames, where do you think he's at?
He frightens me because something tells me, and it's just like an intuition thing, which I mean, that means nothing to anyone other
Right.
than myself. But something tells me that his like power and his offense and stuff like that is very fragile. Like I feel
Mm.
like he might, like, I don't know. I don't trust the power stats. And that's if you're going to base his average and then factor in his power stats with that, like he doesn't bat for high enough average consistently enough for
Mm.
me to be like, oh yeah, well his power's good and he bats for average. Now if he was a career 265 plus hitter and then had the year that he just had where he hit all the home runs and stuff like that, then I'd be like, okay, well, that's cool that he has the ability to hit home runs like that, but at his core, he's more of a average, get doubles, that kind of a guy.
Mm.
I don't know if he's either one of those. I think he's kind of a falls in between, bats 240 most years and then doesn't also hit 30 plus home runs year in year out.
Right.
Which that's a very quintessential Giants player on face value. Hit 20 to 25 home runs, bat about 240, nothing like crazy special.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's why I don't think he's worth the 2 draft picks for the Giants. Maybe for a different team, but I don't like it for the Giants.
How about, we talked about this before in the past, would you trade for Vlad? And could the Giants trade for Vlad?
I would have no problem trading for Vlad and getting Vlad because he's another like Pete Alonso type where it's like the defense kind of sucks. So he's just going to be a DH at some point. So you just have to know that going into it, that he's a stopgap while Eldritch gets acquainted.
Gets ready. Yep.
And then
you can move to DH.
Yeah. And then you just lock up your DH for the remainder of that contract. I don't have a problem with doing that. And then you also don't deal the draft picks, like you were saying. That's the main allure to a guy like that. But I don't, like I said, if Toronto moves off of Vlad, then I stopped understanding baseball because like I just don't.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
I thought out of the two, Bichette would be the one they're like, okay, peace out.
I know, that's what I thought too.
And so I would be mind blown if they moved off of Vlad and not Bichette, because that is literally backwards.
Right.
So I think.
Well, here's the question. But here's the question. Bub says Vlad ain't leaving Toronto, but you got to remember, it's up to him if he wants to stay in Toronto. What if he doesn't like being there? I'm just saying.
I think he does.
Again, that's where the player has the upper hand, because you could go wherever the hell you want to go, and he's going to have plenty of suitors. But if the Giants can swoop in and try to trade and get him that extension, if he's comfortable with wanting to stay here long term for the money. Oh, is he from Toronto?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think
then maybe he stays. Then why haven't they got the extension done? Why are they not? It doesn't make sense to me.
Toronto's weird, and they've always been weird. They like, I don't know what their angle is. I don't know how their pockets should be as deep as they get up in Toronto, because isn't it like a collective that owns them, and then they're also the like only Canadian team, so it's like they have a lot of they should have a lot of money, and I don't know why they're struggling so much with this whole Bichette and Vlad thing. Like they should be able to retain both of them if they really wanted to make a push for like that's the face of our franchise type of deal.
Right.
I think they're going to essentially franchise tag Vladdy, and then they're going to shop Bichette either at the deadline. If they're in it, then maybe they retain him. And if he's healthy, having a good year, then yeah, maybe they make a push.
Right.
But if not, it literally doesn't make any sense for them to not trade him away. I understand not trading him away necessarily like in December, but if you wanted to wait and see if you can get a little bit of his stock to go back up from having a good year, you just take the risk on him being healthy and performing like he normally does, and then ship him away at the deadline. I could see that. In which case, do you think the Giants should pick him up or try and make a move for him? If they're in contention, because that could be interesting at that point.
Man, I don't know, man. Again, we just don't know the direction of the Giants are going to take. We just don't know.
Yeah.
And I can understand that for the simple fact they just don't want people to know.
Yeah.
Right. They just don't want people to know. Hey, I'm going to bring in, I see what's going on. I'm going to bring in Giants report. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, dude?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Again, and let me kind of still talk about this. You don't want a team to come out and just telegraph what you're doing. You know, then you're telling the rest of the teams and players and whatever, hey, this is what the Giants are trying to do. So you gotta kind of keep it mysterious, right? You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to let people know, hey, oh, well, if they're doing this, well, then, you know, we could go do this and whatever it may be. So, man, it's tough because I want the potential is there for the Giants to be able to go get Soto. It is. Again, will it cost you? Yes. But will it also bring you in some success? Yes. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I know. I'm tired of us acting like a small market team when we're not supposed to be.
That's the frustration. And here's the thing: what is it going to take for the team to be motivated? Not the team. I'm not talking about the players.
The ownership.
The ownership. What is it going to take for them to get a quote unquote a fire under their ass? I mean, what else has to happen? The Dodgers have been good for a decade. Now they finally got a freaking 162 World Series, right? What else do you want to have? The Padres have leapfrogged you. The Diamondbacks have leapfrogged you. And then if you talk about the rest of the league, I mean, you got the Mets, the Phillies, the Braves, the Cubs, Cincinnati Reds may be in there, Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, as the Giants are just treading water.
Pretty much.
They're treading water, and everyone else is trying to improve their team. I don't see. I mean, for you, come on, you guys talk to me here. With them hiring Buster Posey's, do you see them that first year they say, we're not going to spend that much? Does it make sense?
I don't know.
The thing is, you're going to have to, and yes, it's going to take a few seasons, obviously, because just the free agent classes haven't been great. And I don't think next year's either, right?
No, yeah.
No, next year's
free
tough.
agent class, so I mean, yeah, we're probably gonna have to rely on the young guys quite a bit this year too. But I mean, if you're able to get some pieces at least, like solidify, like part of the infield even more, now that you give Chapman the extension, I mean, at least I guess that's something. But
it doesn't make sense, man. You bid against yourself, and it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. So you got Bob Nightingale. Do you remember? I talked about this early in the show. Right after Posey got the job for president of baseball ops, supposedly he had a conversation with Chapman when they were doing an extension. Hey, that they're going to spend money, and they're gonna make a run, so to speak. But then you have Andrew Baggerly, who came out a couple of days ago saying they want to reduce payroll. I mean, we don't know what is going on. But it's just, I don't understand why that contract, unless they're making Chapman the guy. That's that's a mistake.
I have a hard time seeing that being the case.
Yeah, right.
I don't think
is he a good player? Yes, I'm not saying he's a good player, but you gave him a contract that no one else in the league would have given him.
Well, and at that point, you already have your guy. If you're gonna put a player on that playing level, you already had Logan Webb, who's kind of been the face of the franchise the last few years, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why go out and spend money on Chapman and then try and pivot from Logan Webb to Chapman as the face of your franchise? I feel like that's such a lateral move that it's not worth the $151 million to me. And you've talked about it before, and it was a good point, and it's still a good point, that why would you go out and sign Chapman for they were saying he's about, if you take into consideration his war and all that stuff, they basically paid for what he's worth. But based on like what other teams seem to have been offering him, we overpaid. So
Absolutely.
let's say we overpaid for Chapman. Why would you overpay for Chapman if you didn't anticipate going out and getting someone else as well? It's like if you were going to rebuild through the farm system and you were going to really truthfully commit to a rebuild, there would be no point in signing Chapman or extending him for that much. At least you would let him hit free agency.
Yeah, you would just probably rely on like a Casey Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
If they weren't gonna,
as Alex is saying there, it seems like there's no plan. I don't again, and unless there is a plan, unless the plan is, yeah, we're gonna get used to Chapman, but we're also gonna go out there and get some other guys.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the plan. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and like I said, I'd trust Posey, but I'd also trust Posey without him being handcuffed.
Yes,
if you handcuff him, then it's like it doesn't matter.
Then why don't you just keep Farhan?
Exactly, it literally doesn't matter.
Then it's just like you could give anybody the job, but if you're actually trying to go out there and be a better salesperson, and you think Buster Posey is gonna do, then you're gonna actually spend. Then it makes sense.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It doesn't add. And here's the thing. I mean, would you guys agree? If you get Juan Soto, you're getting, we'll just say 10 years, right? 10 years.
Yeah.
Worth
and
of
that's
pretty damn good.
Oh, okay. Right? You're saying, all right. I thought you meant for his contract. No.
No.
Right.
The contract's going to be longer than 10, but 10 years is going to be pretty damn good. That back end, it's still going to be okay, but it ain't going to be like where it is in those 10 years, so to speak.
Yeah, so, I would say you're right.
So that's, again, he's foundational, because it's okay if you suck in 25 and 26. Because then in 27, you got a chance if you want to work through your farm. There you go. Yeah. You got some time, even if it's 3 years in.
You're hoping that by that time, Jung-Hoo Lee's real nice and comfy in the major league.
Yes. Same thing with Elliot Ramos.
He's got a couple years under his belt. You've got Chapman right in the thick of
Eldridge.
his deal. Eldridge is coming up. These young pitchers that you have are hopefully developed and stretched out to where they're going 150 plus innings a year, easy. All that kind of stuff.
Yankee King wants to know what makes him want to do it. I'll tell you, only one thing: money.
Exactly.
Money. Whoever offers him the most is where he's going. Yes, is it nice to win? I get it. But he wants the money, man. He wants the money. Watch. He's going to go wherever, whoever pays him the most.
He's saying, show me the money.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
100%. That's what he wants to do, because the winning could come afterwards.
Can I, so hot take.
Go for
hot take right now. If he does not sign with the Giants, which is obviously what I want more than anything in the world, I think it would be no better as a baseball fan place for him to sign than the Nationals. I would absolutely love to see that. That would, if he doesn't sign with the Giants, I, with all of my heart, would love to see him on the Nationals.
Could you imagine if he goes? You think the Nationals are going to spend that much, though?
That'd be the greatest, like, coming home
plot twist.
Story
That'd be a
time.
huge plot twist. Right there.
They throw money around like they're a big market team, so I don't like. Why not, right? Because they got some young pieces. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff, and they got a bunch. It would be the greatest thing of all time, because think about who they got for Soto, and then if they sign Soto back,
right?
So it would be like you literally are. You got everyone. They got C.J. Abrams and all the other dudes that they got for Soto, and then you sign Soto. So it's essentially like you got those guys for free, because you'd just be paying for Soto at that point. So that would be the greatest thing outside of the Giants signing him, in my opinion. That, and then like very closely followed by the Rays signing him. I think that would be hilarious.
What the Rays would be like out of nowhere too.
I tell you what, though,
the funniest thing on earth.
Since there is news that the Nationals have checked in and Rays have checked in, do you think, and I brought this up earlier, do you think Alonso's market is not as expensive as we think it is? Because do you see them really talking about $600 million, those two franchises?
I don't know. Well, not the Rays, because I saw a thing, and no, it's for the A's. The Rays bankroll is not prolific, and then they also are going to have to deal with the fact that their stadium just got
They have no
flattened.
stadium. Yeah, exactly.
So
And they're still checking in on him. That's a little
Yeah.
bit weird.
which honestly, if you're a major league franchise, you've got to check in on Soto. Like, you can't not check in on him, right? It's just they reported that the Rays are checking in on him. I don't know. I think that's funny to me because they're not obviously going to be front runners in that race.
It's a little bit weird, man.
I think it's just like due diligence. It's like, all right,
exactly. That's
well said. It's Juan Soto. Like, why would we
absolutely.
not?
I get it.
Well said.
I get it. Alfonso Chapman only has a couple of good years left in him. The time is a win now. Can't punt on 25.
See, I don't think that
Mhm.
Alonso is going to be a Longoria type. I think he's going to be of much more service for much longer and have a lot more good years left in the tank than Longoria, because that would be the signing comp.
Right.
And because I swear, didn't we sign a Longoria like right around the same age as Chapman, like 31?
Yeah, right around there.
So.
Yeah.
But Longoria played for the Rays on that turf forever. So
he tore him up,
destroyed his lower half, and it showed in his latter half of his career. Toronto was only a 2-year stint for Chapman, and clearly it did not treat him well. So I'm sure he's as happy as anyone else to not be there anymore, which is why I'm such an advocate for Bichette getting out of there as quickly as possible as well. Because I think he is actively degrading. He's already played, since he's 21, he's 26. So he's played there for 5 years. And in the last 2 years, he's not played full seasons. 2023 was mostly a full season, but last year he played half the games. So we need to hit the abort mission button on him in Toronto as quickly as possible. And it would not shock me unless he is has an affinity for Toronto itself and wants to stay there and is willing to just take whatever contract Toronto tenders him. I see him going elsewhere. I don't know where elsewhere, but hopefully just for the sake of him, not Toronto or Tampa.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Alejandro, I saw you in the green room. If you got to turn on your mic, otherwise I can't bring you in. It won't allow me to bring you in. So you don't have to turn on the video if you don't want to, but if you turn on the mic, I can bring you back in, man. But I mean, there's
Adames, by the way, back to his point with my skepticism. Great player. Defense is sketchy, but you can cover up bad. Like Bichette's, don't get me wrong, Bichette is not some defensive whiz. He's like average. Right. He's basically average. And Adames, I say, will probably profile similarly, just about average. But you can kind of cover that up a little bit with having a good third baseman like Chapman. So defensively, defensive talk, you can cover him up a little bit better. Just not a bad thing. Stolen base. Last year, he stole 20, except career, he's stolen 51. So he got over a third of his total stolen bases last year on some fluke, whatever. I don't know if that's just a product of coaching and not sending him because that's just not what he does, or if that was just happenstance. That's what occurred this year. I don't.
Maybe it was a philosophy that the Brewers had, maybe because they ran a lot. All of them ran a lot. Yeah.
Terang, all of them. Massive outlier of a season. So I don't know if he has the capability to continue that. If he's like a 15 base stealer guy, if he's sent type deal. I don't know. The power I mean, for a shortstop, it's there. It's just, I worry that in a place like Oracle, it's not going to translate as well with the heat. But don't they say that the Brewers Stadium's like tougher to hit at than Oracle or something like that?
I haven't heard that.
I can't remember. I know that I would not trust his power translation in terms of home runs at Oracle. Career high last year in home runs. 2022 would have been his closest at 31. Last year he hit 32. He's a solid bat and I'll give him credit.
But is
He
he
hits
worth,
a little bit better.
Is he? He'd be better on
That's
a
what I
team
was-
that only needs a piece rather than pieces. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly. That I was circling back to the overarching point of I don't think he's going to be worth the 2 picks. And well, think about it like this: would you give Chapman 100, like the same exact deal that we gave him right now, in addition to having to give up 2 draft picks?
Right. Exactly.
So
No.
you're basically getting shortstop version of Chapman, plus or minus like whatever on offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And way worse defense, and giving up 2 more draft picks. I just don't think that's.
Yeah, it's not. It
I
doesn't.
don't think it's worth.
Look, he's going to go to a team that's not going to give up a draft pick. That's what he's going to probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I just
Mhm.
don't know if he's worth those 2 draft picks, man. Corbin Burns, yeah, he'd probably be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Again, I'll go back to this because I was using the example of Vlad. But do you think the Giants can trade? I know people have talked about Luis Robert. I don't see that one happening.
I don't think that's going to be. Maybe
I
not
don't know,
this
man.
year. Maybe in the next couple years, potentially. I could see that being him be more prevalent, like having a year or 2 less on his arbitration. But with how much control he has, it would take too much. Now, if you're the Dodgers and just literally don't care about your farm system and how shallow it can become, and you just throw every single human being at him,
Yeah.
then yeah. But for a team that's like us in the way or in the path of a rebuild, I don't think that's feasible. I do like the trades though. The trade aspect makes a lot of sense.
It does. I'm gonna bring in the Yankee King. Hey, what's up, Yankee King?
What's up, guys?
How's it going, man? Hey, appreciate your support in the chat. What you got to say, man?
It's fun that all you other fan bases are having fun with the Soto thing, but we got to be real. He's probably staying on the East Coast. His family's over there. He's staying on the East.
It could
But-
very well could be. Absolutely. You may not be wrong, to be honest with you. You may not be wrong, but I still think, man, whoever's going to pay him the most. You think the Yankees will pay him the most?
Yes, but I'm calling out my fan base for a little bit
Fair enough.
here. Y'all gotta chill out with the Hal Steinbrenner hate. Oh, he's not George. He doesn't spin like George. Well, let's take a look back on when he took over. 2009, we won a championship. 2010, okay, they just starting to tick. Okay, it's starting to look like they're aging, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We got stars. 2011, okay, this is not looking good. 2012, oh God, this is not looking good. 2013, well, we suck. Do we have any kids? Oh God, that farm system's terrible. I wonder why we didn't win. Well, because we had no farm system. Talent was aging, pretty much looking like a grandfather home. Looking like a retirement home. That's what I was trying to say. Retirement home. No prospects on the horizon. I wonder why we didn't win early in Hal's phase of running the Yankees.
Okay.
I don't know if I can put 2 to 2 together there. Can any of you inform me of why the Yankees didn't win? Maybe the struggling farm system and the aging talent that is near 35, at probably the youngest guy on the team,
Yeah.
is maybe a reason. But
Fair
probably
enough.
not. But I gotta clear one thing up. I do like the Giants, but why in the hell are you guys not rebuilding?
Well,
Or calling it for what it is, a rebuild. We just beating around the bush the whole time.
here's the Yankee King. Here's the problem. They just let go Farhan Zaidi. He was in charge for 6 years. That was the whole thing. When he showed up in San Francisco, he was supposed to be the whiz in being able to draft and develop the team through the farm. And he's had 6 years, and there hasn't been much of that. As a matter of fact, he's kind of did the opposite to a certain extent, right? When he keeps doing these 1-year opt-outs to all these aging veterans, trying to piece it together year by year. but the young guys never made an appearance until
Yeah.
the only time he really got an appearance was what? Last year and this year, right?
Yeah, it's basically what? Patrick Bailey, Tyler Freeman.
Yeah, Tyler Fitzgerald, Elliot Ramos finally got his shot only because someone got injured.
Chung Hoo Lee.
Jung Hoo, but he's not even he's a free agent. He's a free. He wasn't even a product of the.
Well, I'm
the
just
system.
saying he got Ramos got a shot because Lee got injured.
Because Lee. But I mean, it's just we had Schmidt come up. We don't know what to. I mean, he's a little bit long on the tooth, unfortunately. Great glove. But his bat has been susceptible or suspect, I should say. Luciano has been touted for years. And again, he's kind of lost right now because he doesn't have a position to play. His bat was not playing last year. I mean, he had a good week, and that was about it. Matos showed some promise his rookie year in 23, but then in 2024, it kind of regressed again, kind of the way Farhan was yo-yoing him up and down between AAA and the big club. So, and that's the problem right there, Yankee King, is the farm that was supposed to be coming to the rescue really didn't show up, to be honest with you. And and that's the reason why they let Farhan go, because he wasn't living up to the hype.
Yeah, because you guys your front office was seeing that you guys were turning into the 2013 version of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Except without the aging stars. You
right.
Had like middling dudes.
Right.
It wasn't even that you had like we have Ichiro Suzuki, but he's 38, 39. But hey, it's still Ichiro.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's just, and then we had these, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yaz is a good fourth outfielder, but they were relying on him too much. Wade is a decent player, but he's not an everyday first baseman. I mean, we had Slater, who was out there for a while. Again, a bench player, but they were trying to use him more as a platoon guy and it was the way that the philosophy the Giants took under Farhan was just, it wasn't conducive to winning. And it proves it. We're either at or below 500 for the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's not really.
I don't think we've even been at 500. We keep saying that.
Yeah, we hit 500 once in 20.
Yeah.
In 20,
was it 22?
In 22, we were 81 and 81.
So there you go.
Yeah. So at a roll.
And then we had that one fluke, 107 win season. Obviously.
Oh, but look who was on the team.
Yeah.
You still had Posey. You still had Bell. You still had Crawford. You had Longoria. Even though he was he was having a decent year, but then he got hurt. I mean, you had guys that were contributing, guys that were still part of the old regime.
Yeah, and it helps that they all had career years, with the exception.
And they all had career. Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
I didn't realize Belt that year was absolutely insane because he did not play anywhere near a full season and put up full season stats. Had a career year with his stats.
One home run away from 30, and he didn't, like you said, didn't even play a full season.
Let me take a look. He in 2021, he played 97 games. Think about that. 97 games, hit 29 bombs, had 59 RBI.
And here's a question: if he didn't break his freaking hand, would the playoffs have been a little bit different?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he couldn't do anything in the playoffs, man. That was a wrong time. It's right at the end of the season when he broke his hand, and it's like, man, that was tough, man. But so that's where we are, Yankee King, and now. So, this is why we're saying with Posey, it's like, if we do another rebuild, it's like we were supposed to have a rebuild in those previous 6 years. Are you telling me we're going to do another rebuild? It just reeks of just not knowing what the hell they're doing.
Well, that's old ownership. You got new ownership with catchers are more of the guys that you can see that are more commanding on the field. They can see all the aspects of the game that maybe another position player. So it kind of goes to your advantage that, hey, we got Posey in. He's a former catcher. He's probably the best catcher in that franchise. And okay, if Posey wants to rebuild, we'll give Posey the time. You got to give Posey time to go, all right, do I see this team being a contender? Maybe not. Wait, there's something here. You just got to give him time to actually go with a plan. That's what Yankee fans didn't do with Brian Cashman when
Right.
they were saying, oh, why are we not making trades during that 2013 to 2016 time? Because we sucked.
Fair enough. Hey, real quick, what's your take on Boone getting another year?
I like it because Boone managed don't listen to most Yankee fans about Boone. They're just angry that it's not a Don Mattingly, a Buck Showalter, which, good God, if we had Buck Showalter, we wouldn't make the playoffs. The team would suck. But Boone managed an absolute excellent postseason. He made one mistake.
Game one, right? Game one World Series.
Yep. Everything else he was nails on. If you actually watched the games and didn't look at the Yankee fan reaction,
right,
you're like, why are Yankee fans reacting like he was a absolute awful manager? He was a good manager. Absolute excellent during the postseason. And then the Yankees pretty much Yankeed. Because for some ungodknown reason, we forget, oh wait, this thing of a defense, we have to play that thing. Who was going to tell us that we were supposed to play defense?
Yeah, someone said it in there. Johnny Owen. Yeah, he was in a chat talking about your guys' defense. Yeah.
Yep. And there was another chat.
That was tough. Well, here's a question. Should Boone have gone out and at least had a conversation with Cole, or had his catcher go out there and talk to his catcher? And so you could tell, man, he was, even though he was up there throwing, he was still throwing like 99. He probably needed a little break. You think they should have sent someone out there at least to talk to him?
Probably just to show the situation, have
just give him a breather,
like a break.
Yeah. Because I think what happened was I'm just taking a stab in the dark. The reason why he didn't cover first base, I think he might have been a little bit tired, mentally. Just he's more focused on trying to get it out.
Well,
and
I'm glad you brought that up, because Albert Pujols actually, the legendary first baseman Albert Pujols, actually commented on that. Anthony Rizzo couldn't charge the ball because of how much spin, and he called it the English on the ball.
The English game.
The spin on the ball.
Right.
How much spin it had. Rizzo couldn't charge it. So he literally had to stay there, plant his feet, and let's be real, Mookie Betts could have walked to first base and beat Anthony Rizzo.
Right.
Let's just be real.
Right.
Let's keep it 100. That man could literally walk and beat Anthony Rizzo to first base.
Yes.
But Cole not covering was, he literally thought Rizzo was going to catch it, was going to charge and catch it like he did earlier in the game. But he didn't, because of the spin and the English on the ball.
Right. So, yeah, and I didn't understand. I was watching Cole, and it's like he just gave up. He didn't even get halfway to the bag, and he gave up. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You still got to run. It was disgusting. I couldn't believe it, because, again, I was rooting for the Yankees because I didn't want to see the damn Dodgers win. And it was a heartbreaker, man. And that's what did him in. That's what did him in.
And the Dodgers didn't even dominate that series. It was literally what? They were at 205 for a batting average. We were at 215. We were at what? A couple bits higher than them on the ERA. But then it was literally, the Dodgers said, hey, just play some fundamental baseball, and pretty much you're good against the Yankees.
Right. Exactly. Alfonso, he makes a great point. I don't think the Giants fans can stomach another 5 years of rebuilding while LA is winning championships. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then, again, I kind of got off track a little bit talking about the fire. What's up, Yankee?
Well, here's the thing. You're kind of in a spot where we were. You can spend money. You don't have to go rebuild where you're trading all these star players like a Matt Chapman away. You can still have that, God, that trade hurt, but we got a haul of prospects. But hey, we signed a couple past their prime guys or a couple former All Stars where you can go, all right, you can kind of see a little bit of competing because let's be real, the MLB draft is a complete
Crapshoot.
crapshoot. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Crapshoot. So it really doesn't matter if you get the first overall pick. It's like Posey can kind of, now I'm going to go to the fans here, can kind of manipulate the fans here to go, hey, Posey
Yeah.
wants to compete, but underneath he's like, yeah, I'm not trading the farm. Posey can pretty much be
Posey
23rd.
has the capital. He does. There's absolutely
Yeah.
he has the capital to be able to tell the fan base, hey, this is he could. But I don't think he's
Yeah.
going to say it now for the simple reason, we're right in the middle of the off season, and it would just absolutely just piss the entire fan base off. I don't know, man.
He can
It's
say,
gonna be
hey,
weird.
we want to contend, while at the meantime, why are we not making trades? Why are we not trading our system for this guy that we could use to help this team?
Well, see, the problem is we're past it. They should have traded Snell in the trade or in the offseason. They should have traded freaking Chapman, and they probably should have traded Duvall as well. And they could have got it back a haul, but Farhan didn't do it, and this is in the hole we're in. Because if you look at it, if the Giants, if the only move they make is say they go sign Blake Snell and they sign Hassan Kim,
That's not really
you're not doing
moving.
nothing. The Giants are doing nothing.
All you're doing is just getting Kim at that point because you already
Exactly.
had Snell last year, so your
And
team
tell
is
me
going to
this.
be the same.
And tell me
Plus
tell me
Kim.
this. Yes, I understand pitching and defense, but if you go sign Snell, right? What is Snell going to do for you during his contract when you got no one being able to hit in runs? You're wasting his career. You're basically just wasting his career. Yeah, he's getting paid, but he isn't going to be playing for anything great, right?
And you guys can trade Lamonte Wade Jr. and bring up Bryce Eldridge, but who's giving you this headline grabbing?
Nobody.
Giants fans are salivating over
Nobody.
prospect.
Nobody. I mean, yeah, Eldridge has some excitement, but it's not like what other. It's not a Betts. I'm not gonna even bring in Ohtani. It's not a Betts. It's not a Freeman. It's not a Judge. It's not a Soto. I mean, and again, this is the San Francisco Giants, Yankee King. I mean, we're the 5th richest team, and we look like we're the freaking Sacramento A's. To be honest with you, the Sacramento A's probably got better talent on their freaking roster than the Giants.
I mean, they got much younger talent.
They do. And they got some guys that can hit the ball, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They got a great closer. Now they're starting pitching. Suspect.
That's
Well, they
terrible.
already said they want to move Mason Miller to the rotation
That's dumb.
because they
it's
only put
stupid.
Mason Miller in the back end of the bullpen to kind of rehab his arm.
That's dumb.
And I do remember seeing that, and I do agree that is idiotic because how are you gonna? That dude will explode his arm so fast you won't even know what happened. It's not a good idea because he's just going to be a literal Jordan Hicks basically going into the rotation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because that's where they screwed up with Jordan Hicks last year, putting him in a damn rotation. Made no sense why you did that. When you took him out of a position where he succeeded and you put him in a position to where he could possibly fail, and he did, and he almost freaking blew up his arm doing it. I mean,
Yeah, why did you guys sign Jordan Hicks to make him a starter?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was the weirdest thing ever. That is like us signing Josh Hader and then going, Hader, you know how you only pitch 1 inning? You're going to pitch 7 now, or 6, or 5.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. It made absolutely zero
Farhan
sense.
just did weird things that
He
were
did.
made you
Giant support,
question like
100%.
what?
He was
Right.
trying to be the Tampa Bay Rays without the Tampa Bay Rays intellect.
Exactly.
There you go. Yankee King. Exactly. He's trying to be smart. And look, let's look at all the contracts. We could go down a long road with this. Let's just talk about last year. He signed Soler. He signed Nick Ahmed. He signed Hicks. He signed, who am I missing? Snell, Chapman.
No, Chapman.
Okay. Out of all those, how many of those are still at the Giants?
Chapman,
Lee and Chapman.
That's it.
Yep.
They got rid of Soler at the trade deadline. They got rid of Ahmed before then. They got rid of or Hicks. Or Hicks is still there, but he got hurt and he was ineffective. Halfway through the season, he was ineffective. I mean, it's just, and who else am I thinking of? Soler. Oh, they signed Slater to arbitration. They got rid of him. I mean, it's just absolutely.
And then you obviously traded for
ridiculous.
Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
But that was an off season though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was off season.
That was
That
an
wasn't
off-season
the
move.
off season.
But
yeah,
that was to
it
get
wasn't
out of
during the
what?
trade deadline.
Wasn't that to get out of Haniger?
Yeah.
That was an off season. Yes. They traded Haniger. We got No.
Yeah, they traded
They-
Haniger and
They didn't trade Haniger. They DFA'd him.
No, they traded Haniger because
Yeah,
he
they
went
traded-
back to Seattle.
No, it
Yeah,
was
they
a
traded
trade.
Haniger to Seattle.
Yeah.
Maybe they traded. But I thought D. Scalfani was part of the Robbie Ray as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He
and then
was,
he
I
think.
immediately got shipped away to a different team.
Yep.
Like,
And he had to get
instantly.
elbow surgery. Yeah, they
Yeah.
traded D. Scalfani to get Polanco. That's what it was. The Mariners traded
Yeah.
D. Scalfani.
And then Polanco was terrible for the Mariners. And so was Haniger.
Yeah.
We came out on top on that trade for sure. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
100%.
we'll find out this year because this
Well,
is
that's
Yeah,
a
well-
good point.
Ray needs to show something. If he doesn't,
And
well,
I think he will because he's gonna be like one. I will maintain the fact that I think his setup to like his rehabbing journey was perfect for the Giants because if you give him a little bit of time last season where basically his starts aren't going to mean much at all anyways
Mhm.
at the back end of the season, knock that rust off, establish like a little routine, get acquainted with the team, all that kind of stuff. Go into the off season having a full off season of health, and then have a full spring training of health. Knock on wood, no setbacks, nothing stupid like that. You'll get 100% healthy, rust knocked off Robbie Ray come next season. Which
Mhm.
is,
Mm.
if you want to look at it like that, he's only one season removed from the Cy Young
did you-
Robbie Ray.
Oh yeah. I see you.
So if you go Cy Young, Robbie Ray, Tommy John, and then everything basically in between is just a wash, you're basically getting a Cy Young, a dude freshly off a Cy Young season.
Right.
So I'm hoping that he
This
comes
year,
to
I think he
form.
should be better. You're that much more removed from your Tommy John.
Yep.
You're able to get a little bit of strength there at the end of the year when actually, I shouldn't say that because he got shut down, but it showed that his arm was okay.
Yeah.
Now you just can
Yeah.
continue getting that strength further in his arm. So then come 2025, he should be ready to go. He was never a guy that had a whole lot of command. He had
No.
issues with command.
Yeah.
He just had he had stuff.
He is what Kyle Harrison should aspire to be. That is like Kyle Harrison should literally just live next to Robbie Ray for the next 2 years and just everything that he does try and mimic because they should throw about the same like firmness and their pitch mix are about the same. They profile pretty similarly in terms of not being control paint the corners guys. And
Right.
so you just like literally Kyle Harrison needs to turn to Robbie Ray. That's my hot take on that.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Harrison's again. He's got to work on that damn delivery.
Uh-huh.
He's gotta
throw
do-
hard. He's
Throw hard?
fine
Yeah.
if he throws hard. The minor leagues, his whole entire career, his whole shtick was that he throws 97 at the top of the zone, hitting
Yes.
if he can. And then he comes to the major leagues and they say throw 6 to 7 innings. And he's like, well, I can't do that and throw 97. Pick one. So he throws 92. And then,
Yep.
all of a sudden, now we can see your fastball and your off speed which sucked in the minor leagues and sucks in the major leagues, does not play the same when you're throwing 92. If you throw 97, you can suck Camilo Duvall at having a terrible slider, and it's covered up and protected by your super hard, firm, deceptive fastball.
Right.
He totally changed the entire profile of his pitching arsenal when you come up and start screwing with stuff like that. It's like, just throw hard, give me 4 innings of elite shutout stuff. I don't care. That's fine.
This is where Farhan screwed up because he rushed him up in 23. It's like, you didn't, I think he pitched 1 game at 75 pitches.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, he was like sitting at like 45 pitches a game, and he was getting pulled again because he walked a lot of guys. He didn't, I mean, again, this is 45 pitches in like 2 innings. I mean, it was just ridiculous. He should have never came up when he did. They should have he was young enough to where, hey, you need some more seasoning in AAA, but they decided to bring him up. But another thing to that, trying to be repetitive in that motion, it cannot be easy. He's so herky-jerky.
Yes.
It's like, how do you replicate that over and over and over and having success? I mean, goodness gracious, man.
It's called throw 97 and hope it's near the strike zone.
Yeah, right.
And miss bats, because that you can be all herky-jerky Alex Wood and it be okay for a period of time. But if you're going to, if that's going to be the way you pitch, you need to throw and pitch the way you pitched and got success with it. He goes out and throws 3 innings and gets 9 strikeouts. It's like, okay, well, that's great. Walks 4 people. That's the way you're pitching. That's domination right there. That is missing bats. He totally changed his entire, pitching persona on the mound when he got to the major leagues. And
if you think about
miserable.
Talking about Alex Wood, he's a herky-jerky guy too, but he didn't throw high heat.
No, he didn't.
Right.
Yeah, usually the herky-jerky guys are like 90, 92.
Exactly.
Maybe dropping down at 94.
But they got a command.
He had good off-speed stuff. He had a slider and
a changeup.
And his changeup played well off his slider as well. And so he had an arsenal. And like I said, with Camilo Duvall, you throw 101 miles an hour plus, okay, fine. You can afford to have a suck-ass off-speed pitch.
Right.
Because just the change of speed alone is going to throw people off. Now, when it's the Aroldis Chapman effect. When your 105 goes to 97, 96, and now your off-speed is not that good continually, you can't, your pitch mix just doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore.
You're not, it's not protected the same way. And so that's Harrison's downfall. He doesn't have off speed. And when you throw 92, you can't, and you're not painting corners, you have to have off speed.
Yep.
And it's tragic. So I would be totally fine if he went out and was a 4 inning, 5 inning on a good day, once in a blue freaking moon 6 inning guy. But if he was more often than not a 4 inning guy of just domination, throwing 97 at the top of the zone, getting a bunch of strikeouts, screw the walks, it doesn't even matter, just strike everyone out, miss bats, that's okay. If that's your 4th or 5th guy in the rotation, fine.
Yep, exactly. 100%.
Now speaking of Camilo Duvall, what Dilly just said, I'm like, I literally sniff Matt Blake. Because Matt Blake fixes either command or shit off-speed stuff. And what does Camilo Duvall have? Shit off-speed. Does he have bad command?
Yes, absolutely.
His command is horrible.
Yep. That's basically just Matt Blake's bread and butter. He is literally readying Brian Cashman to go call San Francisco to get Camilo Duvall over here. Because go look at that Yankee bullpen. Go look at it. It's dog ass. It was carried by Luke Weaver throwing his arm at literally everything. So don't be shocked if you see Camilo Duvall breaking. Camilo Duvall has been traded to the Yankees.
Oh shit!
You
You know
know
that
what?
kind of makes sense. You know why? Because guess who's with the Yankees organization?
Who?
Brian Sabian. Guess who? Guess who drafted Camilo
Oh
Duvall?
God.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that may happen.
What's the Yankees dude who's in the outfield? Judge Light, Judge 2.0.
Oh,
Spencer
Dominguez.
Jones.
I
Dominguez.
don't remember. It's just I just know that he's really tall, plays in the outfield.
Spencer
Jason
Basically,
Jones.
Dominguez, right? Isn't it Jason Dominguez?
No, Jason Dominguez is like 5'10".
Oh, okay, got you.
He's average height. It's Spencer
Okay.
Jones that he's thinking of.
Mm.
I will happily
Hell
doctor
no.
up Camilo Duvall with a
Hell
nice
no.
bow on his head,
He says, "Hell no."
Hell
and
no.
then pick two other people you want. I don't care. I will happily
You would
give
have
them
to
away.
give us Bryce Eldridge.
No.
You would have to give us
We'll see
Eldridge.
that.
Oh, no.
We don't need a 1-for-1 like that. That's bold. I was thinking like Duvall and like maybe Wizenhunt and like some other lower level no name.
Wizenhunt's
And then-
pretty good.
Be like,
I'm-
there you go.
The only way that the San Francisco Giants would pry Spencer Jones away from the Yankees if they take LeMahieu's contract. That's literally the only way they would pry Jones away.
Goodness.
It's like, hey Yankees, we kind of need help on our farm system. We would like this Spencer Jones guy.
What happened to Mayhew? Is he just injury prone now?
No, he fucking sucks. Sorry for the language. Sorry for the language, but I'm here. I'll give you guys a history lesson.
Love it.
2020. Every Yankee fan is blowing up the Michael K show. Give LeMahieu a blank check. Every Yankee fan on Twitter that is stuck at home. Give LeMahieu a blank check. While me over here, I'm just like, no. Let him go to Toronto. Let him go. Bye. Have fun in Toronto with Bo Bichette and Vlad. Go be a mentor for them. You'll be better suited. But then it's breaking. Yankees signed DJ LeMahieu, and I'm like, this contract is going to blow up in our face. Everybody is absolutely hurling the tomatoes. Oh, brother, this guy sucks. Or no, it stinks. God dang, now I can't think of the SpongeBob thing.
No, you're right. It stinks.
Oh, it stinks. Okay. I was thinking it's one of the S words. It's like, oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Oh yeah, when you
And
got
then
bad breath.
literally,
Yeah.
and then literally a year and a half later, I'm like, well, boom, I'm right. I'm like, maybe if there was a guy in our fan base that maybe said let him walk to Toronto, and guess who was a free agent that year? The guy that's connected to the Giants, Ha-Sung Kim. And guess what position we needed? Shortstop.
Mm.
Because Alejandro Estrada, does Gleyber Torres leave New York? Yes.
Yes.
He's
He
gone.
does.
He
kind of sucks, doesn't he?
He's a whiner.
No, Gleyber doesn't suck. Gleyber's a good bat.
That is
A
period.
moderate.
He's ass at second.
Yeah.
He is ass defensively at second. He is
Gotcha.
not a good defender.
Yeah, he's what? God, I looked this up today. I think what? He's in like the 39th percentile defensively. Or no, he's either in the 40s or the high 30s.
Still bad. It's still bad.
Yeah, it's still blue. He's still in that blue.
Oh, you're looking at Baseball Savant too. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
he's still in the
That's-
blue.
Oh man, that's bad. Yeah, I was looking at DJ's contract. He's got 15 million due this year and next year.
Oh,
Holy
God.
crap.
Oh, God. I'm so glad we're the Yankees and we can just eat that. That makes it so much better that we can just go here, Soto. It's like
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't. Hey.
I
you
imagine the
keep
off
DJ.
season. I imagine the off season being Roki comes here, and don't worry, Giants fans, you won't have to face Roki and that consistently 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Which how the frick does he do that?
Hey, I didn't ask you guys about this since I guys got you on here. before we get out of here. Roki Sasaki, Yankee King. You think he's going to go to New York, huh?
Yep. 100%. It's going to be a double S offseason for the Yankees. Soto,
Really?
Sasaki. I just gotta find out.
Really?
I just gotta find a good name for that offseason.
Wow.
Name
What makes you
TBD.
think he wants to go to the Yankees?
I mean, we have one of the best pitching coaches. You can learn from Garrett Cole. He was literally the person that was helping this pitching staff. And oh my God, if he learns from Garrett Cole, that is going to be a monster. He's already a stud. Learning from Garrett Cole is going to turn into a monster. It's going to be him taking the torch from Cole instead of him passing the torch. It's like halfway through the season, it's like, yeah, I'm the ace. Give me that torch now.
I'm seeing where the Yankees are in the bonus pool.
We got 2 more million than the Dodgers.
Yeah, you do.
I was going to say, you've got
almost
Cole,
$1 million
you've got
more.
Judge, you've got Rizzo, you've got LeMahieu, you've got Rodon, you've got, well, you had Soto, but assuming that you don't obviously retain Soto, you've got a thick payroll going on. And so I honestly, I think your needs are more, and obviously it doesn't make a difference to me because it's the Yankees, but I feel like you'd be better off splitting the Soto money on an already ludicrous payroll
to
a pitcher and get
who's out there.
Pete Alonso or Christian Walker.
I heard honestly, the Yankees might be in on Christian Walker.
I think Christian Walker honestly profiles better for your team than Pete Alonso. And
I'm good on both.
Oh, I'm sure you are if you're thinking you're going to get Sasaki and Soto. But if you don't get Sasaki and Soto, then feel like
without them,
I don't know. I feel like he profiles well for your team, and then go out and get like a top tier pitcher, and I feel like that makes you a more well rounded team.
Like if we don't, like say Soto and the Mets have agreed to terms, okay, we're doing life past Soto. As a Yankee fan, I'd want probably Josh Naylor from the Guardians because it's the Guardians and they're just going to
no, I like that. I like that a lot.
Because
Josh would play well in that short porch.
He would play extremely well. He could be a 30-run home run hitter.
I don't want Christian Walker. It's a regression candidate. He's 34 years old. I think he's
I didn't realize he was that old.
I didn't know he was that old either.
I was like, that is regression. Nah, I'm good. Hard pass.
Wow.
I don't want Pete. I prefer more left-handed first baseman just because that's more like easier. I would want
Yeah, I did not realize he was that old.
Or not Walker. Naylor or Manzardo. I like Manzardo more than Naylor. If we can get Kyle Manzardo from the Guardians, I'll be like, yes, please.
Oh, he's like they're one of the young guys, right?
Yes, one of their younger guys. And like if they extend Naylor, Kyle Manzardo is basically just blocked.
He's blocked. Gotcha.
So it's basically you get either Naylor or Manzardo, and I want Newt Barr from the Cardinals.
Newt Barr.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Dilly, where do you think Sasaki goes?
Well, okay.
Look,
he'll be a Dodger.
You can take it out. Its money is out of the picture because it's international.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. He'll be a Dodger because what difference does it make? It'll be where he wants to play.
Yes.
Because it literally doesn't matter where, because like you said, the money, take the money out of the equation. It's not going to be a bidding war. It's just going to be whoopee-doo. It's going to be the same thing that Shohei did when he signed over here initially. Now,
here's a question I posed to you, and I asked Alex this too, because I think it was Alex that talked about Roki is a super competitor. If he's a super competitor, why would he go to the Dodgers? Look, is that being competitive, already being on a stacked team? I'm just saying. If he's super competitive, wouldn't he want to go up against teams like that.
The point of competition is to win. So
Fair enough.
If you're gonna go and win,
so he says he wants to be a super winner.
yeah, like
Because when I think of competitive, yes, I understand you want to be on a winning team. I get it. That makes sense. But I'm just saying.
But
no,
when-
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It
I know.
almost seems
I know
like-
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
makes
think you're
sense.
talking about like going up against a Yamamoto or an Otani and seeing if you can strike him out or get him
Yep.
to induce a soft contact ground ball.
Yep.
Even though 100 miles an hour with Otani's power is nearly impossible to get a soft contact ground ball.
Right.
What would be smart for him to do, and it would draw on both sides of the coin, is if he's a super competitor, like you say, and he wants to go out and compete at the highest level and all this kind of stuff, what would make the most sense is for him to play on a team for pennies to what he's worth, right? Like Otani did with the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Play on it. Let's say the Yankees. Go play for the Yankees for a few years, and then when you hit like legit free agency and you are going for your I'm going to retire off
Right.
the rest of my life, then go sign with the Dodgers.
Gotcha.
So that way you get to compete against the Dodgers or a
And then
team
get
like
paid
the
by 'em.
Dodgers, and then go and be like, okay, now I want to go win, or now I want to go play with Shohei, so on and so forth. And you get the best of both worlds if that is what you're looking to do. Now, if you just want to go and win some stuff and play on a team with Otani and accompanying crew, just go do what everyone thinks you're going to go do and sign with the Dodgers.
There you go. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to shut it down. I've already went freaking way over. I wanted to go, but hey, I love the conversation. Yankee King, appreciate it, man. You're welcome to come on anytime. Giants Report, appreciate it. And Dilly, as
Yeah.
always, appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see ya.
Peace
See ya.
out.
All right, guys. I'm ready to shut it down. Another fun night here, just talking baseball, guys. Love it. Love to hear what everyone has to say. Again, appreciate Yankee King coming on daily as usual. And of course, Giants Report, also a regular on here, giving their input on baseball matters. Again, guys, appreciate it. It's fun. Hey, dude, we're talking baseball. Let's just hope I want to see things start spicing up a little bit. I know this week, supposedly, the Mets are going to be meeting Juan Soto in Southern California, I'm guessing, right? It sounds like that's going to be the method. All the teams are going to have to come fly to California to meet with Juan Soto and company to give their spiel. And then we just have to wait on the decision of Juan Soto of where he's going to go. Again, today, I was just talking about it. San Francisco Giants, make it so. Juan Soto. Again, foundational piece. We'll see if they can get done. But there's also other guys out there that maybe the Giants can do. I don't know. It's all going to be dependent on what the Giants do. Are they going to spend money? Are they not going to spend money? Are they going to rebuild? Are they not going to rebuild? So many questions, again, as a San Francisco Giants fan. There's other fans out there, with other teams that kind of don't have to worry as much. Absolutely, Alex. Matter of fact, Alex, man, you got a team. You really don't have to worry too much, to be honest with you. You guys are the world champions, and you guys are in a good spot to where you can win quite a few of them. So, I mean, you're in a good spot. The Yankee King, you probably got a few positions you got to identify, but heck, you got Garrett Cole, you got Aaron Judge, you got some stars, you got the Volpe, you got some other young guys, as you talked about, that are coming up. The Mets, they got Lindor. Who knows who they're else are going to get? Are they going to re-sign Alonso? Are they going to get Soto? They got some pitching and Kenta Maeda, or not Kenta Maeda. Thinking of the other guy, Senga. They got Senga, who could be a superstar possibly. So there's a lot of teams out there. Again, different needs, different. They're a little bit different in their timeline of success, and it's going to be fun watching it. Again, be here every day talking baseball. Maybe Glenn will be with us tomorrow. We'll see. I know he said he's coming back from Mexico tomorrow, but I don't know if he's going to be with us. If he is, that'd be awesome. If not, then maybe he'll be with us on Tuesday. All right, guys. The rest of your night or morning, and we'll see you back Monday night. Tomorrow, again, I will have a Military History Chronicles show going on. Again, it's Veterans Day. We'll talk a little bit about that, of course, and then all the stuff that's going on in the world. A lot of stuff going on, guys, as usual. Again, nothing new. All right, guys, again, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.